Another episode, by the way. The name, All Nation. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We on G waiting on O. Yeah. Hey. Ho. Jerry Wayne and things. Yeah. What's up with it? If you don't like this episode, you crazy. You crazy. But Jerry, what's up?
I want me some glory hole.
What time is it? It may be enough time to do that. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Get on up here. Where my dogs at? Mama, there go that man again with the plan. He got the beard and all. If it's your birthday this month, happy birthday to you. Or anniversary. Dear mama, don't cry, your baby boy's doing well. Tell them homies up in Dallas, and they do got hoods. Thug life, baby. Come on, pull your strap on me, huh? My 4-4 make sure all your kids won't grow. Come on. Yeah. A little Tupacism. All the haters, do me a huge favor. Lean forward. It's Godzilla tears. Now go to your room. Come on. Hey. Yeah. Come on. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, baby. Here we go. Let's go! Jerry, Wayne, Jones, Stephen Jones, all of the owners over there, they're swimming in money. But today is Friday, and we bathing in money, right? Somebody got paid today, right? It's payday Friday. I know how it is. I know y'all ready to go out, get your 2-for-1s, and chill and relax. Just make sure you call a friend, hit that Uber, right? Or Lyft. Whatever ride sharing company you got, make sure you smash that like button for them and get their number and call a friend or call a cab. Who still catch cabs these days, right? They still in business, I believe, right? Appreciate everybody. Shout out to you, Stage. I think that's how you say your name. Tony, appreciate you. Donald, appreciate you. Donald Weaver. Damien, what's up, dog? Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Mexico and California. And shout out to everybody who subscribed today. Speaking of subscribers, we been doing things to give back to the community. And what I did initially, I said, hey, if anybody donate $1 to the Cash App Fund, their name will be entered into the drawing of the CD Lamb jersey. I got it right here in the corner right here. Authentic, real deal stuff, man. Fresh Prince, 512. Appreciate you, man. Headed to Cedar Hill versus Duncanville game listening to the GOAT. Appreciate you. Hey, right down the street. Shout out to Cedar Hill and Duncanville. Appreciate you for that donations, your love and adulation for the station, baby. Appreciate you. Here's the situation with this. Let the AI speak.
Heading to Cedar Hill versus Duncanville game, listening to the GOAT on the radio.
Woo!
Much love, Law.
Feel good, man. Just say the GOAT. Yeah. The greatest of all time, man. Oh, man, I feel good when I get in that category. I got a long way to go, though. Got to start somewhere. We got a long episode. I forgot to open that thing up, but I'll do it on the back end. It's all good. We got a long way to go. But what I was talking about, the CeeDee Lamb jersey aspect, is I wanted to let everybody get a chance and opportunity. So what I'm going to do is, if you're already part of the supporters tab, the Patreon community, as well as the YouTube membership, your name will be entered into the wheel. And those who Cash App, your name will be there. The good thing is, if you did both, you just have a double entry. All right, so this was the information. And of course, if you use PayPal, I had people to say, hey, I don't have a Cash App link. So here's what I said right here. People have been asking, hey, how can I get into the drawings or the raffle giveaway for the jersey? The next one will be a CeeDee Lamb jersey. All you got to do is donate at least $1 to the Cash App fund, and your name will be entered into the wheel of law. And yeah, this is a real jersey. Gonna have the real stuff on it, like the real authentic tag from the NFL. So you will get this jersey in the mail by yours truly, Law Nation, if you donate at least $1 to the Cash App fund. Now here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. Listen up. The drawing will be held on November the 5th. They give enough time for people to come up with that dollar, right? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go, baby. Now you can say, now behold the Lamb. Let's go, Lamb. Look. Lamb gonna get him another touchdown by that time frame. I bet you that. Yeah, he gonna get him another touchdown. Y'all know he want to get a touchdown against the Vikings. Appreciate you, Adams. Have a great bye weekend. Ain't nothing like listening to Law Nation on way home from work. That's why I started it right now, so I can catch some of y'all on y'all way home, man. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to your Rollin Reviews, Auntie Rollin. This is the thing. We are family. And it's always good to talk to me, and it's always good to hear from you, Cowboy Nation. All right, so we're going to get into the Jerry Jones conversation. He spoke to 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to them boys over there. Shout out to Kevin Gray. He's a good follower and listener of the on the station there. And on top of that, always giving out some good information, and I can't wait to meet up with him. We supposed to be trying to work out something as far as a communication tab. So Kevin Gray, man, he's one of the dogs at 105. Maybe we'll do like a segment once a week. Y'all let me know if that's something that you all would like to do or hear from Kevin Gray. But outside of that, Cowboy Nation, let me see if I got the clip before I do all of this talking and it don't have the clip. That'll be crazy. Let me see. Where is it? I know I got it. Bear with me, Cowboy Nation. I got too many things open over here. But basically, Jerry Jones was saying he's giving out some nuggets, and I can't wait to find that clip so that you guys can hear some of those nuggets. And you guys probably already heard it since it's been a wonderful day. And I know a lot of people have been looking for Cowboys content to listen to. But what about this?
The Dallas Cowboys, 105 through The Fan. Good morning, Jerry.
There we go.
Good morning, Kevin, RJ. Good to be with you today.
Good to be with you also this morning. I do want to ask you, it is the bye week for you and your Dallas Cowboys. What is Jerry Jones's favorite bye week activity, if he has one?
Well, I say
Johnny Walker Blue, baby.
Scheduled, simply because we really put a lot of things in that bye week if I'm going to have to travel as to really work. I would call it business. And so it's really one of my busier weeks. But it does feel good, and I'm always thinking when we play that game before the bye week, boy, wouldn't it be nice to have these next 2 weeks and be saving a victory. Of course, to have it happen against the Patriots, who have their storied thing going up there, really makes it special. So I'm walking with a little better step, my jokes seem funnier to folks.
Yeah.
I get a lot of pat on the backs and a lot of things forgiven.
How do you consume football this weekend? Do you go to Arkansas for a Razorback game? Or are you gonna? How do you consume the NFL? You just got the 10 TVs in a room and watch them all?
Yeah, well, I'll probably do the Arkansas thing. That's going to be a relaxed time. I mean, as far as schedule, easy to do. But absolutely, I watch a lot of football on bye week, and no matter where I am. And that's what you can do, and I'll be all over the place and looking at the individual games. But before it's through, I'll have probably watched more football over a 2-day period than any other time.
Hey, before he go into more details, shout out to everybody, man. Thank everybody for supporting the nation, left and right, man. This is just so remarkable for what all you guys do. Shout out to you, Natasha. I see you. Shout out to you, Jay Worthy, as well as Reddy Red, everybody that's in the chat, Pookie and Ray Ray. I see you, Ashaniqua, and Mama, you know I love you. All right, so this is the thing. Although it's a bye week, guess what? We still going to do our prediction. We just going to do 3 predictions. We're going to do 3 of them. And we're going to give away some stuff, man, when you get it right. We still going to do that, right? In this category, what I'm going to do is we want to see whether or not people can get close to the score or somebody can get pretty much this right here, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you, Lance Bell, for the donation to help elevate the nation, baby. $25 in the Cash App, man. I really appreciate you, man. You're a real one, you know. And shout out to you, is it Blackwell, man? He dropped $88 in the Cash App, man. Hey, man, dog. That's blessings right there, man. You sprinkling all types of mama cooking over there, man. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. So much from the bottom of my heart, man. I really do appreciate that. And what we're going to do here, Cowboy Nation, is for the Washington team, for the Giants team, right? And also for, dare I say, the Eagles, right? In honor of the Eagles for talking all of that cash money at the start of the season. May we all have a moment of silence before we get into the details of what we're going to do about this prediction and let Jerry Jones talk. But we got to respect for a moment of silence. Yeah. Let me know if that bit ever get old. You know, I don't think y'all will ever say, man, Law, can you stop that on the Eagles? Hey, Law, can you stop doing that, you know? Hey, show of hands. Who would want me to stop doing that one? You know, I don't think there's a Cowboy soul that will ever say, hey, Law, can you let up a little bit on the Eagles? I don't think that there's a Cowboy soul that will ever say, hey, Law, don't you think that you've been too aggressive with the Eagles? What happened when we lose to the Eagles? It'll still be the same energy. But honestly, shout out to you, man. I think somebody else just made a donation. Lamont, appreciate you so much, man. Lamont, you old enough to have twins and to get married, I meant to say. Shout out to my twin. Shout out to you, James B. Appreciate you for the $20 holler, man. Oh, somebody said never. Somebody said do it again. Just play it all through the day. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Hey, because see, the only reason why I'm doing this, because it's good to reverse the troll, you know. Because we was minding our own business all through the off season. We were having a private conversation with you guys, y'all lovely people. It was just you and I, you know. You and I, T.I., you know. It was just you and I, you know. And just like Natasha says, into the thick of it. You know, we was into the thick of it, right? We was into the thick of it, just talking about the draft, talking about how we gonna beat up the NFC ace. You know, when Dak Prescott, Rain Dakota come back, it's just gonna be total pandemonium. We were just gonna be talking. But all off season, we seen bird gang, bird droppings, pigeons all in the chat. I mean, upside down eagles talking all type of reckless stuff. And we were just minding our own business. We was talking about Parsons. We were talking about the year that CeeDee Lamb was going to have. We was talking about Jabril Cox and Boss Man Fat, but they just kept coming, right? But now as we progress, as we proceed to give you guys what you need, they slowly but surely stepping out of the room. They like, hey, man, hey, I'm just going to pick my cab and I'm going to pay out and get up out of here, dog. Right. Let me know where I'm lying. Shout out to you to the Lando Show. Appreciate you. I'm telling you, man. And we better not ever see Eastside Harold face, Because we was minding, were we minding our own business, Cowboy Nation? I mean, we was just chilling. We was talking. We was excited about our team. We was talking about the good stuff that Dan Quinn would bring, and they were saying Dan Quinn, he just a has-been and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And we were just chilling. Eating all oodles and noodles. Chicken flavor, beef flavor, I digress.
Jerry, I remember when when Coach Parcells was here, he would always say like he'd be scared of the bye week. Idle hands, devil's workshop kind of thing is what he used to say. How do you deal with distractions that players might have distractions or they will be distracted by free time? What's the message to the players during this week?
Hey, I'd wink at him if he said that to me and smile and say, "Look, I can handle temptation. I can be with it. Give me that little extra freedom, and I know how to deal with it."
Appreciate you, Johnson.
And if
your name is entered into the drawing,
insecurity that shows not being. I'm messing with him now. It sounds like if you were there, I'd be talking to him. I'd say, "Get more secure, man. You can make good decisions."
Jerry Jones joining us right here on your home of the Dallas Cowboys, 105 through the Fan. Jerry, if we could get an update with Dak Prescott, Tyron Smith, Michael Gallup, where do they stand as far as their preparation and getting ready to take on the Minnesota Vikings?
Good stuff, guys.
Well, the best way I can say it is picture a big old thumbs up. I think we're all progressing. You can go down the list of our guys that we have coming in the near term. Gallup, of course, and of course, Dak. I feel good about his status. And
get up here, Jerry. Come on up here. There you go.
Really, when I go down through all of the players that we expect to be joining us in the near future, substantive players, I can give a thumbs up across the board on it. I don't have any setbacks or any surprises on any of them.
That's good stuff, Cowboy Nation. So, and I do know that some of this is salesman's breath. Salesman breath, you smell it, when you go into a used car lot and they say, hey, what's wrong with this? Hey, nothing wrong with it. It's only 130,000 miles, but it's a Toyota. That means it's just not getting broken in. It really don't get broken in until it get to 140. So you got really at least 20,000 more miles to just freely ride around, So you get all of that salesman, used car salesman's voice out of Jerry. But I believe that if you can hear the bounce in his vocals, right, that that this man is on to something. Let me know where I'm lying at, though, Cowboy Nation. Jerry is on to something, and he's wise, right? He's wise. That's one guy that I wish I could sometimes I just wish I could just go up to the Star, knock on the door in Frisco and say, Jerry, I don't have a lot of money. Just like the dude from Taken, I don't have a lot of money, but I do have a certain set of skills. But I do know that you know how to make this thing flex. Here's 10,000, just make it happen, man. I'll give it to you blindly. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And I'll come back in 3 years, I just want to do that. Just say, here, Jerry, here's 10 grand, He probably look at that 10 grand and laugh and say, hey, man, that's my tissue money. That's what I wipe my you-know-what with,
Have you guys started ramping up as you get nearer to the trade deadline? I mean, are you constantly fielding and taking and making phone calls about, possible upgrades to players and positions as the trade line approaches?
Open for business.
Appreciate you, Juan.
Absolutely, and that's common knowledge, but absolutely, and talk to any numbers of people. On the other hand, I think, got a unique situation because we've got players coming that we're going to have roster spot room for. And so we're busy. We always say, well, that usually takes care of itself. We'll have a spot open by undetermined or an unidentified injury situation. But still, we're going to have some real roster challenges to get our guys that we are planning on coming back, players that have to be out there, Lawrence, people like that. And I say that grateful. So we've really got a little bigger problem than trading for somebody right now.
Nugget, we're not trading for anybody, Cowboy Nation. We're with the philosophy of we like our own guys. He beat around the bush. He gave us the long way around it, and he said pretty much, I'm just trying to translate to you guys what he said. We bringing D-Law back. Yeah. So, and they're going to move somebody off this team. They're starting right now on this team. Somebody's going to get cut, juxtaposed to somebody getting traded, or moved and hope that they clear waivers and they land on the practice squad. That seems like the angle, right? So what was the movie? What do you say? What do you say? You know, was that Friday? What do you say? Big worm, big perm. But here's the situation. The Dallas Cowboys, so far, we okay. Now, I've heard story of Marcus May, the Jets safety, and I heard stories of, Michael Brockers. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, we into the thick of it. We into the thick of it, you know. That's where we at right now, baby. So, and they don't trade Trump. Shout out to you, Trump 2020. You gonna change the name from Trump 2020 now? You know 2020 is over with now. But you might want to change it to Trump 2020. What is it, 2024? You know, but not 2020. But I feel you though. You know, Gallup, they would not trade him. They would not trade their guys, and it's just been the known solution for the Cowboys in many of years that they stick to their players and they keep their guys, right? All right, so let's listen to more what they have to say.
Jerry, obviously the week and the bye week comes with its certain distractions, and at times things can happen to a team that necessarily doesn't want to have happen. Obviously, with the situation with DeMonte KZ, have you heard from the NFL as far as any potential discipline and how you and this team will handle that situation going forward for him?
Well, I have not heard from the NFL, no. And that has a protocol, and frankly, I haven't seen the reports. I haven't personally seen the reports, but we'll get into that when it comes. And I, as we speak, do not know the nature of or the type of way you would address his situation. And I'd say I don't know the particulars of the arrest, so we'll wait to see how that goes.
Jerry, ain't no way you're a multi-billionaire and you don't know the information from the arrest. It must not be that serious, Dad. You know, it got to be not that serious. You know, it could be something that just really, really, really he's gonna walk from. You know, and as soon as he get the if I'm KZ, not Jay-Z, but if I'm KZ, I'm going straight to Jerry Jones' office. I'm knocking. Jerry, I got caught in the squeeze, man. I was over there at the Colony, you know. Hey, you remember that one time I was telling you about that one time? Man, this is that one time. Hey, I apologize. I know it. I gave up a 75-yard big play. But, boss, this is what happened, man. I need one of those good lawyers you got. Because at the end of the day, it's a Class B misdemeanor. And I'm not saying that you guys do this But that's why I always say get in good familiarity with your police chief in your area, your councilman, your alderman, if you got that in that area, and especially establish yourself if you got a business with the Chamber of Commerce, City Council. Get good with those people. It don't take much, especially if you're an influencer. You just go over there and say, hey, just checking on you, man. Hey, by the way, I couldn't help to notice your smile. I hear you coming. You running for the election next year again? I got you. No, don't worry. I got you. Oh, hey, man, you wearing that suit, man. Hey, where you get that tie from, dog? Hey, come over here, man. Let me tell you something. Get familiar with them. Look, I kid you not. Down there in Mississippi, Class B, misdemeanor, and then on top of that, shoot, if they got one of those good lawyers, you probably won't even see the judge. Because after the lawyer requests for his discovery, 9 times out of 10, he's going to ask whether or not, hey, if he blew into the breathalyzer, when the last time it was calibrated. I'm giving you guys some tips now. You might want to write this down, from a legal aspect. Oh, where he did the field sobriety test. Was it on an even? They got rules where they can give field sobriety tests. You just can't say, okay, we just going to perform one. It got to be on a flat land. The surface area got to be well lit. What time was it? Reasonable doubt. All you got to do is talk about that. Reason. That's all you're trying to find. And 9 times out of 10, if the police officer didn't write that on his DAR report in the proper ways, in the proper context, even with a body camera, they got to dismiss all of that. And it'll be going off that man's record. Now, I'm talking about thousandaires. I ain't talking about billionaires with the B. I ain't talking about people that can squeeze and sprinkle some of mama's cooking. I'm talking about billionaires with B and multimillionaires. Get that thing gone. It's gone, baby. KZ walk around like free man. But they'll tell them, they wink their eyes and say, man, just don't do it again. Now, if you do it again, now we're going to have to give you something. We're going to do something for you. But Class B misdemeanors is a fine, basically. Day in the hole. And if he was cool, they'd put him in a day in the shoot in the hole, and he would have woke up the next day, sober up, and they say, hey, man, we don't want to see your face again. But, we got cameras and, mad and out there and everything, mothers against drunk drivers, and it's a political situation, too. But it's in the area, because not all of us perfect, and I know we talked about this previously this week. It's in the area of texting and driving. A lot of people let these phones distract them too, just as bad as drinking and driving. A lot of people. I've seen a video the other day. Somebody was texting and driving. Ran straight over a group of kids going a crosswalk. So I guess they had to get that text out so bad, right? Texting and driving. And I ain't perfect. I get that ding. And if you got one on Apple phone, it'll let you know again. Somebody will send a text on an Apple phone. You'll think that, hey, it'll recognize that you drive it. Ding! You say, okay, I got the phone face down on the other side. And it'll let you know again. Ding! You be like, God dog, who is this keep texting me? And it just be one text. Like, come on, man. It can wait. But that's just how this thing goes. That's enough of me talking about it. Let's listen to the rest of Jerry Wayne Jones.
Talk this week, and this is not about the Cowboys, but about a potential trade of Deshaun Watson.
I do got 3 cameras.
Like philosophically, trading for somebody who might be punished under the league's conduct policy versus like a franchise-changing player, which he can be. Like, how difficult of a decision is that as a general manager to weigh those two differences?
Well, let's take him out of the question. You know that I can't talk about another team's player. But if you looked at the equation, you wouldn't be looking at it if
Appreciate
you
you, Lamont.
see an opportunity, something that would improve the long term. And
Akeem Hicks
you
is
have
good boy.
got to understand that you've got to look at it as though there's positive there to look at as well. I remember Lyle Collins in the green room, and he had to go home at the draft because his girlfriend, unfortunately, tragically lost her life. Well, that impeded him being drafted. Well, I was there within minutes right after the draft getting him over here. And so, but I had to assume, of course, I didn't know the details of the allegation, but I've acted as though I can always turn the car if I get right to the point of making the decision. I can always shut that down. So I look at it and I start with the optimistic idea that it's going to work.
Jerry Jones joined us here on 105 Through the Fan. I know FIFA, the soccer organization, is in town this weekend. About AT&T maybe being a host site for the World Cup. As Jerry Jones, the master negotiator, what is your sales pitch? I always wanted to know, like, what is this? What is like the opening line of a sales pitch that you would do to an organization like this for such a monumental sporting event?
Well, they won't meet anybody that has ever benefited from the great sports region that we're in, North Texas, like Jerry Jones. They will never meet a person that's benefited more. This is the greatest sports area there is in the world in my mind. And you say, well, that's arm waving. Well, it's really not. The influx of soccer fans that we've had since 1994 when we had the World Cup is unbelievable. Just the climate for sports in this area, it transcends the immediate participation in the region and goes nationally and internationally. I can speak to that. And that's what they want to have soccer benefit from. Our stadium, the region. I know for a fact that those guys that are going to be talking about these great contests, they're going to millions of people that are not here.
Millions.
And
I love when you say
that's
millions.
who you're talking to. And the Dallas area at AT&T Stadium, we can bring that to soccer. Soccer is a fabulous point of interest around the world. And, of course, for this region, it's a wonderful promotion of the region. This is truly a case where we not only have the facilities, we not only have the interest, but we are so close. You know, I have over 1,500 season ticket holders that come from Monterrey, Mexico. And, of course, Mexico is of huge interest here. And when you're playing in AT&T Stadium, you're appealing to the Mexican Hispanic fan every way from Sunday. All of those things lean toward why intangible? No, I can show them it's tangible. That's why the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Well, best of luck to you with the pitch with FIFA this weekend, and we hope that you have a safe and happy weekend as the Cowboys enjoy their off week before getting started for preparations against the Minnesota Vikings. Thank you so much.
Good call from Jerry Jones and Sean and RJ show featuring Kevin Gray. Shout out to those boys over there. This is my only thoughts on soccer. Soccer is a fun sport. It's something that you can get your cardiovascular things going and moving around, running around. It's a good sport, especially if you're a girl dad like me and you don't have any boys. You might want your girls to play soccer. You know, soccer is very good, you know. For the ladies to run around, because of course I wouldn't put my daughters in football helmets and stuff like that and say, come on, let's make it happen. Many nations running around here playing football, but they can play soccer, and that's one of the sports that my daughter, she kind of loved running around and with the soccer equipment on, and I can't wait for her to get that thing going the right way possible. But you know, if you're a girl dad, you know, like me, and you don't have those boys, then put them in soccer. You can still see them run around. And soccer, is, I believe, is easier to obtain versus, like, far as the information, opposed to basketball at this point. Cause she be trying to bounce the ball, and it be just like then she start kicking the ball. I say, oh well, there goes that. Maybe I'm gonna try this next summer to put her in a t-ball. Maybe we get her to t-ball or something like that. But soccer right now, Trump 2020 says soccer over football. No, Trump, come on, Trump. I have 7 girls, Lord. Ooh, DCF it. 1973, Lord be with you, and may he lift his countenance upon you, man. Good grief, 7 girls, not 1, not 2, not 3. Man, you must put some trouble back in the days, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, Lord. They said, Lord, you going to try for your boy? I said, nah, dog, it's going to be another girl. I had a dream. I ain't talking about like Martin Luther King. I had a dream. If I keep trying, it'll be girl number 3, girl number 4. I'll be with you. That's why I stopped, dog. Yeah, I stopped, man. Oh, my goodness. 7 of them, man. Jeez. 7 girls. It's a blessing. When you get old and gray, if you're not already there, you got 7 eyes that will always be on you, always checking in on you, always near you, that would take good care of you. Not saying that the fellas won't, empathy versus sympathy. Fellas tend to have the empathy. The ladies have the sympathy. Y'all know the difference, right? I hope you guys know the difference. My old man, he would be like, I can go to Mom. Oh, Mom, I cut my finger. Oh, and I got a headache. I can't cut the grass this weekend. Oh, baby, put a little ice on your head. Wrap your hand. Don't worry about cutting the grass. Pops, cut my head. I got a headache. Boy, put some damn mud on that hand. Wrap that hand up and take some aspirin and cut that grass. That's the 2 difference. But I believe that you need both of them in life, because if you lean in way too much, then you get the soft guys, you know what I'm saying? So you got to have a little hardness about yourself. And some women can try. And I'm not saying if you're raised by a woman primarily by yourself, just a woman without the male figure, that you're going to be soft. But and I'm not saying that a woman can't raise a man, but what I'm saying is collectively, that line of empathy versus sympathy, and women tend to have a little bit more sympathy. I meant to say, yeah. So let me know if you guys feel otherwise. We got some more on this episode right here. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button, share this content, and like I said, if you donate to the Cash App, PayPal, your name will be still entered into the drawing to get that Lamb jersey that I got right here. Now, I did read a couple of comments because I love reading. And somebody said, man, I don't wear another man's name, on the back of me or whatever, whatever that stance is. And I feel you, man. I feel you. You got the syndrome just like me. I don't like to wear other people's names. I feel you on that. But you don't have to blurt it out. But I got something for you. If you somehow, when I do the drawing, and you somehow participated, but you don't wear another man's name, you can either accept the jersey and give it to someone else, or you can say, hello, man, I like those hoodies, man. Can you just go give me a Cowboys hoodie or a Law Nation hoodie? I got you. It's all fair over here, right? Because
this is Sparta!
And then are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I'm adjustable, baby. Law, where you get that from? Well, Aquariuses. Just like me, I'm an Aquarius. We go with the flow. That's why I don't do a lot of debates. I don't do a lot of arguing. I just go with the flow. And then I get the last 2 words. I never lost an argument to my lady. No. I got the last 2 words. I hope she's not listening, because I'm going to tell the secrets. I get the last 2 words. I win every time. You're right. Yes, sweetie. Yes, dear. Yes, my love. And that's the last 3 words there. So there's ways to this thing, baby. But if it's a fella, I ain't going to say, yes, sweetie. But I'm like, yeah, you won. And that's how I do that with the fella. You won. Let's listen in to Norm. Hiskins with the Sun, John Stephen Jones.
Vice President, CEO, and Director of Player Personnel for the Cowboys. Had a 4-year Letterman career at Arkansas as a linebacker and special teams
All right, Jerry,
player,
you go home.
and holds a degree in chemical engineering. Good morning to you, and thank you for your time.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. John Stephen Jones is smart. Chemical engineering degrees are hard to come by the way.
Good morning, Norm. It's great to be on.
Well, Donnie and I are happy to have you. The trade deadline is November 2nd in the NFL. Do you think you have anything working at this point?
Not at this point. Anything that's on the front burner. I mean, obviously, we're always looking for ways to be better if we can. But, right now I wouldn't say there's anything that's imminent or on the front burner.
Would you like something
Appreciate
to
you,
be
Laura
imminent
Smith.
or on the front burner?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, it's always nice if there's an opportunity out there, of course, but that makes us better and would be a good fit for us. But at the same time, we've got a lot of confidence in this roster. We've got guys, on injured reserve that are designated to return that are only going to improve our football team. We got three techniques over there, and Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore. Normally would have been slated to be our, 1 and 1A or vice versa. But obviously Osa stepped up in a big way for us there. So that's just great depth. And then we got DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be joining us later in the year. And most people thought he was our best defensive football player before his injury. And guys like Gallup and guys like that coming off are only going to make this team better, not to mention a few high draft picks over there and Ball and Kelvin Joseph. So it's we've got some guys who hadn't hit the field yet that'll or have been a while since they've been on the field that are only going to improve this football team.
I forgot all about Ball. I forgot all about the Ball brother that's on his team. He had a snafu with the injuries, and then I forgot all about Kelvin Joseph too. We can't wait to see him back. So what I'm doing now is we heard the first interview from the father. Now we're hearing the interview from the son. And will there be a Holy Ghost? I don't know. But the father and the son are on the same page as it relates to what they're going to do with this particular team. And it's nothing to do with trading. They are all looking at this thing saying, okay, we're 5-1. And we are 5-1 with what most people thought our best defensive player watching. D-Law was watching, right? And some of the reassurance of help was watching. Ball watching. They had to bring in Todd Nasucky. If it wasn't for that, maybe it would have been Ball, right? But shout out to Todd Nasucky. He held it up. Oh, excuse me, Kelvin Joseph watching. There are some other guys that they lamented too. So they looking at this thing. The optimism is high, right? From a chemical engineering background. The chemistry is there. And he's looking at it like, hey, we okay. There's no need to trade right now. Give up resources. That's how they are looking at this thing, Cowboy Nation. And now we can just probably put the puzzle together and just say, all right, cool. Cowboys not going to do anything. They like their guys.
Stephen, I know you're pretty much working probably 24/7, but how much non-Cowboy football do you enjoy?
Emmanuel said Dak is the Holy Ghost.
Are you sitting back with a thing of popcorn and a nice cold drink to watch a game on Thursday night, or do you always watch it through your Cowboy working eyes?
Dak is in his own.
No, I do enjoy a good college football games. Usually when you are watching pro football, you do have your Cowboy working eyes in mind, but I really enjoy watching college football. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make my way over to the SMU game tonight and watch the Mustangs play. And but you can't help a little bit there too when some great players stick out and saying, "Hey, that guy might look good in the Cowboys uniform in the near future." So that can happen to you too. Obviously, I enjoy going to watch the Razorbacks where my son plays on the team there. So, those are kind of my hobbies in terms of what I like to do when you're not necessarily, at a Cowboys practice or working on Cowboy things or going to a Cowboys game.
I certainly
Shout out
don't
to you,
wish
Italy
to
Joe.
go too far in the future talking about this football season.
Right.
But once it's over, your free agent-to-be list, I don't think we have time for all of it.
No, I'm giving it to him.
Randy Gregory, Leighton Vander Esch, Connor Williams, Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown, Keanu Neal, DeMonte Kazee. Holy cow, do you have a lot of work to do.
Woo! Norm, see, Norm ain't gonna hold nothing back. He gonna throw those fly balls at you on over there. And I'm not saying that the other station don't. You know, I'm not putting these stations against each other. But Norm, he's known for throwing these little curveball. What are we gonna do? Somebody ain't gonna make it. Somebody is not going to make it. Don't y'all know that? Let's listen back. Let's listen back.
Noah Brown.
Let's listen back.
Randy Gregory, Leighton Vander Esch, Connor Williams, Michael Gallup, Dalton Schultz, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown, Keanu Neal, DeMonte Kazee. Holy cow, do you have a lot of work
Appreciate
to
you,
do.
Coach Marv.
Yeah, there's no question about that. And, of course, a lot of those guys are guys who are playing their way into
Right.
legitimate situations for themselves as well as, situations for us. And it was, important this year, especially after we, invested so much money in Dak that we got to get this right. And in terms of who's going to be on this team in the future. And, there was a big part of us, although we had, great feelings about the players you just mentioned, or they wouldn't be on our team right now. Certainly a lot of them, have certainly met, if not exceeded, those expectations.
You threw a lot.
He threw a lot of it out there. So out of that list, Cowboy Nation, shout out to you, Ashley. He says, give me that rack of lambs. 88. Hey, man, when I do the drawing, it's all going to be fair and balanced, man. So we're gonna pull 3 names, and they got 24 hours to comply, and then we're going to ship them off and mail them off to my buddy down there in FedEx station. So we're going to do it that way, and hopefully your name is on the lambs list. You know what I'm saying, Ashley? We're going to make sure that everybody get a chance. And the only reason why I originally had it list only for the Cash App, because it would have been easier for me to pull the name straight from the Cash App. But since, we entered into PayPal and as well as the other groupings there, it still will be a chance and opportunity, especially for those who are part of the Facebook support group, Patreon, and the membership for the YouTube. Your name is there 3 times, juxtaposed to just being there 1 time. And I'm not saying that you got to do it to get it, because y'all know how this thing works, right? It's a drawing. It's the wheel that goes around and around and spin. But who do y'all think we going to keep, though? Randy 420 Gregory, John Sullivan. Sheesh. Randy, you got to keep him. And I'm always looking at defensive edge guys. They are hard to come by, right? Who's keeping Connor Williams? Who's keeping Michael Gallup? Man, Gallup got injured in the wrong time, right? Oh my goodness, man. So are we gonna re-up Keanu Neal? Dalton, you got to figure out a way. Lance Bell with the plan. Appreciate you, Lance. Let's see. Randy, Neal, and Dalton. Randy, Curse, and Hooker. All right, so let's sort this out right quick. Let's sort this out. Let's do this the best way possible. Randy, Neal, and Dalton from Lance Bell. I can look at it like this, Lance. Neal is a bridge guy. Let me know if I'm wrong. Neal is a bridge guy to Jabril Cox. Hooker may be a situation that he got these games to showcase his worthiness, because when I pull up Hooker's information, they still got him on the snap count, and the best thing that can happen to Hooker could be the blessing in disguise when KZ got to drinking, because now it could be a situation that Hooker get his snaps. Hooker get his place in the lineup, right? He just got to be ready for the opportunity. I tell people all the time, and I know it sounds like a broken record because I repeat myself with this, but it's better to have an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. So prepare yourself, right? So the opportunity is there. Take it, Hooker. So prepare yourself. So I would look at that Randy. He's a solid. Dalton Schultz, you got to know that you got a good formula, right? Schultz and Jarwin, that's a good recipe. Jarwin is not going anywhere because of his contract. Now you got Randy, Kurtz, and Hooker from Cowboys 2022. I'm figuring out a way. To sell to Kurtz. We need you, dog. Because I don't think that he's a bridge guy. I think that he is the guy for sure. Cash App $$ TD Tom. Appreciate you, Tom. Appreciate you. Y'all help out Tom too with the Cash App. Appreciate your work. This is from Low Content Law. Double XL on Lamb jersey. God bless, brother. Okay, if you win it, then we definitely gonna make sure that you get tightened up with the double XL. All right, let's see. We definitely keeping Gallup. Cox got to play. This is from Swift Speed. You're right. You're 1,000% right. I like that, Law. Hooker is okay. Okay. So Gregory. It's from Canteen Sports Show. Gregory, Schultz, and Gallup. You got to put Kurtz up there, though. You got to put Kurtz up there. Pinche Cowboys, appreciate you. You got to put Kurtz up there. So I would like this list, but you got to put Kurtz up there. Let's listen to more of John Stephen Jones.
A lot of resources, Stephen, into this defense this season during the draft, especially. Are you even surprised that the defense, as far as, getting turnovers and all that, are kind of exceeding the expectations of what we thought they would need to improve? You thought you'd take steps, of course, but they're playing pretty well right now.
Well, I think I was on the record as saying that, obviously we took a big step back last year. But the year before that, we played, solid defense and, really felt as quick as we got ourselves into a difficult situation on defense. We really thought with Mike hiring Dan Quinn and bringing him on board and him having a vision for what he could do with our players who were the year before considered Pro Bowl type players, really felt like we could take a quick step to get back in the thick of it. I must say, though, these turnovers
into the thick of it
are certainly, I don't think any team in the league would expect, the type of turnovers this defense is creating right now. And hopefully that'll continue. We all know that's, the first box you check on how you win a football game is win the turnover battle. Most of the time the team that wins the turnover battle is going to win the game. And certainly our defense is doing a great job of creating those turnovers.
Good stuff.
Success always attracts other teams in this league. And both Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn are already getting talked of as possible head coaches next year in the league. Does that concern you that you could lose one or potentially both your coordinators?
Well, you always want to keep guys that are helping you have success. But at the same time, we know that's part of this business. When Coach Parcells was here, we had Mike Zimmer and Sean Payton, and certainly those guys got their opportunities to go on and be successful coaches. But the good news with that, it usually means you're having success on the field. So certainly it happened back when we had our Super Bowl run with guys like Butch Davis and Dave Wanstead getting opportunities. Norv Turner getting opportunities. That comes with success. So a part of you hope you have that challenge, but at the same time, you hate to lose guys who are doing a great job for you. But hopefully, if we're doing our job, we got guys on our staff who can step up. If they happen to get the opportunity they really want as a head coach, then you certainly embrace that for them. And as I said, hopefully you've got some great coaches on this staff that are ready to be coordinators.
Now, that's a mouthful there, but I got a solution to all of this, and I know. Having an opportunity to be the man of the house is everything. I don't think nobody would like to stay with their father forever, unless it's in the next dimension. But I think that every man, every alpha male would like to say, okay, it's my house. It's my dome. This is where I can walk around, let it swing, or my whitey tighties on, and nobody tell me, hey, man, put some clothes on. This is my house. Nothing like that. By the way, if you never experienced that, then, especially if you're north of 21, man, you're missing out on life. To go to the restroom in your own house and leave the door wide open, and say, hey, this is my dome, and my castle, my throne, right? And don't have to worry about shutting the door, or it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to go straight to the refrigerator. You don't have to tiptoe in there, right? You know what I'm talking about? And I hope that the Jones family can just do this for all of us. Just for all of us. Make a pact within this organization and say, Dan Quinn, Kellen Moore, we got something special. We do. Give me 3 years, man. At least 3 years. Give me until at least Dak Prescott contract is up. And let's roll with this. Let's roll with this. Whatever you need, I got you. I know that it's look good to be able to do everything you want in your own home. But give me 3 more years. Give me 3 more years. Because we building something, the program. Let's not cut the legs off before we get to going, right? The foundation was horrible, right? It was hard to go through that foundation period. That's 2020, right? I told everybody 2020 was a cuss word, right? 2020 a lot of things happened bad in 2020. A lot of things. But that was, in order for a seed to grow, it must die first, right? And then once the seed dies, the root grows down. But it's necessary, Cowboy Nation. Why? Boy, y'all getting some good information. Because it got to attach itself to the soil. And once it attaches itself to the soil, then it can get the nutrients and start to grow. And we witnessed last season the seed died right in front of our faces. We was complaining. We was mad. We was angry. We was moving furniture around. We was upset. We were saying that, man, even Jason Garrett only had 1 losing season. So you mean to tell me at this point we start off the 2020 year with the new coach, and we starting off with a bad season, a losing season? But that was the growing pains, baby. Woo! That was us losing and dying. And the seed the whole time was attaching itself to the soil. And the love and the adulation that you guys have, continue to water that seed by continue to watch and support, saying, go Cowboys, jumping on my channel, jumping on other people's channel. And the watering, it just kept watering, it kept watering. And before you know, we looked around and now it's budding out. Treacherous rain happened the first game. Oh, didn't know, but that's Rain Dakota. That Dakota tree just coming out of that ground. The branches, Ezekiel branch on one side, Tony Pollard branch on the other, right? Oh my goodness, all of a sudden that thing started sprouting out Dalton Schultz and sprouting out a lamb. That's a lamb branch right there. And we can see the leaves. Oh my goodness, we can see that trunk, thick trunk. Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, the new fertilizers, baby, keeping everything together. And then they sprinkle some of Kellen Moore in that thing, baby. We see it. Let this tree grow, baby. 7 of them, Boy, I sound like a preacher today, baby. But it took time for us to get here. And before the tree can mature, As old pastor would say, not mature, but mature. Before the tree can mature. Old Southern people, mature instead of mature. Mature. We want to cut it. And tree is easily to be banned while it's young, right? But no, man, let this thing grow, man, for at least 3-4 years, man. And I got one solution. I got one solution to this thing, Cowboy Nation. And these are facts, and nobody can dismiss this one. Nobody. They say, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Right. Write that down. But also, if you read a little further, it says money answereth all things. Not some things. It says money answereth all things. And the last thing I checked, as it relates to the coaching staff, that there is no salary cap as it relates to hiring your staff. So Jerry and John Stephen Jones, do not sell me that money for us to say, well, we got a cap that we got on these coaches. No. There's no salary cap as it relates to coaching. So if you really want to keep this thing together, Jerry Jones and John Stephen Jones, you got you a guy over here named Law Nation. They're going to cut it real and raw and uncut over here. They're going to let everybody know Jerry could have kept them if they really wanted to. Why, Law? Because there's no salary cap as it relates to money. Man, but that's the Detroit Lions. They're offering Kellen Moore a full contract, man, to be a head coach. There's no salary cap. Like, you could be the head coach over there, but we'll match him. And I know what I said. It's good to walk around in your own house with your whitey tighties, but, man, tell Detroit, nah, y'all work that out with Campbell. Don't try to be messing up our garden. It took us forever to grow this tree. Huh? Don't be selling us, nah, Doug Nussmeier can do what Kellen Moore doing. No. Want you to lean forward a little bit. You know, that's what Jerry should do. No. Y'all go get Doug Nussmeier. Y'all can go get the Ben McAdoo. But y'all, that Kellen Moore, that branch right there on this tree, you can't touch that branch. No. Don't touch that branch. But we want Dan Quinn too. No. You can go get Joe Witt Jr. Want you to lean forward. But you can't get Dan Quinn. It'll be uncut because Jerry gonna have to open up that. You're gonna have to open up that pocketbook, you know. Yeah. Jennifer says Doug Nussmeier is no offensive coordinator. Yeah. So we don't want Doug Nussmeier over here. He can go to Detroit. But no, we want Kellen Moore. No,
No, God!
Or have been coordinators.
Stephen Jones from the Cowboys on with Norman Donovan here for a few more minutes. Let's talk about your quarterback. We can't go and interview without talking about the guy that's been playing really well. And you hear all the debates about whether he's a top 5 quarterback and all that stuff.
He's elite.
But I just can't
top 5
get
is
over
disrespectful.
the leadership, the step he's taken up in the leadership. We talk about what he's done on the field, but those guys, it just looks like that they will run through a wall for him, and he has complete control not only of this offense, but what he says around this team just pretty much goes.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and he showed that early and often in his career. That was the thing I think that came out the quickest is just what the it factor, the tremendous leadership, the desire to be the very best, just came out from the day he walked in the door. And certainly all he does is get better every day, not only as a player on the field, but as a leader off the field. And even since we've signed him to that big contract, which he so well deserved, I think he's exceeded expectations from the day we signed him. And there's no let up in this guy. And, that's why if there's anyone you wouldn't want to bet against that I know in my life, it's Dak Prescott.
Stephen, injured players almost always get their job back when they're ready and healthy to come back. La'el Collins got a 5-game suspension. He's now back. But in his absence, Terrence Steele is playing solid football. Does Collins get his job back at right tackle?
Obviously, I think Mike addressed that at the beginning of the week. That's going to be something, that Coach Philbin and Coach McCarthy and Kellen Moore are going to be addressing. I mean, when you miss 5 weeks of, being able to compete out on the field, sometimes it takes time to get your legs back under you. They're going to be evaluating that in this bye week and next week. And certainly I know they'll make the best decision for this football team in terms of, what's best to help us win. La'el's a great football player. As you mentioned, Terrence Steele has really answered the bell. He took his experience that, when he got thrown in the fire last year, built on that in the offseason, really improving his strength, really seeing where he could improve as a tackle in this football league. And I think he checked all the boxes in terms of that. So, it's a great situation to have. I didn't mention La'el when I was mentioning the great football players we're going to have that they're going to come back that we hadn't had access to. And certainly he fits in that category as well. And, I think Jerry mentioned it earlier in the week as well. I just don't remember a football team with this kind of depth in terms of having players that can step up. We lost Zach Martin to the virus for a week, and Connor McGovern stepped in and just did a tremendous job. Obviously, Sed Wilson's done a great job. He and Noah stepping up for Michael Gallup. And then, of course, that defensive line group in there has just done an amazing job stepping up for, Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill and D. Law. So, we just have some great depth back there. The safeties have stepped up for Wilson, who we got back, and he's going to be working his way back in. So just feel really good about, where we are with this football team. But obviously it's a young team that's going to have to continue to get better if we want to accomplish the goals that we have, in our locker room.
Man, he was going off, man. He's rapping on that one. So what did y'all took away from that Stephen Jones interview on La'el Collins? He spoke glowingly. Appreciate you, Choctaw. Appreciate you, Randy, for the donation to help elevate the nation. He spoke glowingly of Terrence Steele. He said he did a wonderful job of stepping up and being in the mix and being able to help this team out. And also he spoke glowingly of Zach Martin. He was out for the first game, and all he did was just lit the league up as it relates to that. So what did you guys take away from just your perspective of what he said? Because he only said that. Now, there's 2 reviews that I hear. One being, I thought it was Jones that said, I think Jerry said that Collins stayed in shape. He looked like he's in shape. Now, John Stephen Jones just said that, hey, we're going to have to get him into his playing legs together, and he's going to have to, slowly move in. Now, you can rotate all day defensive players, but you for sure don't rotate offensive linemen. That's 5 guys that got to be on the same page. Everybody, that's one unit. If you got one guy that's off, they say, I smell one. Let's go after that. That's just how that goes. And, of course, still for what he was able to do these last 5 games, with the help of Zach Martin, by the way, he gave up 0 sacks so far. He did not allow a sack, and he's allowing limited amount of pressure. Now, is he world class? No. Is he being covered up in a sense, working right beside Zach Martin? Yes. Yes. And when you think about Collins, in 2019, he had his best season ever. Best. Gave up only 2 sacks, allowed all that year. Major jump from 2018. He allowed 8 sacks. Y'all remember 2018, right? And he allowed a lot of pressure, but he was coming along. We was like, hey, he's finally turning the corner. And he did such a wonderful job in that playoff game. Hell, he even sacked Dak Prescott. I was like, God dog, dude, get out the way, in that Rams game. But I'm not holding him accountable for that one. Dak Prescott should have just kept moving out to the edge, but that's a story of a different day, right? Right? So we went through the growing pains with Collins. He's been a right tackle since 2017. Horrible year in 17. He only gave up, I believe, 5 sacks that year. But it was horrible because he was just trying to learn, trying to get his feet right, his plant foot and all of this stuff, his kick slide, all of this stuff that the OC be talking about on his channel. Shout out to the OC and my dog, Boss Cowboy. So from 17 to 18 to 19, he's been improving. One can argue that collectively, he should have I think he made the Pro Bowl in 18, but in 19 he didn't, and y'all know how that goes because of the politics and the political situation. But 19 was his best year. I could be off on the year that he made the Pro Bowl. Y'all can put it in the comment box, by the way. Y'all can put it in the comment box. But the questioning is who is your top 5 offensive linemen? Or do you look at it like this? Hey, Connor, You playing pretty much. Connor Williams is playing his best year at that left guard spot right now. He's playing his best year. Now, he's still got some hiccups. One can argue that those penalties is just because he got the silver and blue on. But so far, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, he's leading the league in penalties, 9 of them. And he's giving up pressure into the inside. He played a solid game against the Patriots, by the way. Solid game. Patriots not known for their interior play, not this year. But what I'm saying is that he played a solid game. He got 9 penalties, and one can argue that penalties in the course of a game is difficult to overcome. And I tell you this, the only reason we are overcoming majority of that is because you got 4 in the backfield. Because I'm going to tell you guys, 3rd and 25, no average quarterback can get you up out of that hole. 1st and 20, starting position at 1st and 20 multiple games. No average quarterback can get you out of that sledge there, baby. So I don't want us to be prisoners of the moment and say, well, since we won, we gloss over it and we just missed that stone right there. You look at that branch and say, hey, man, it's dying. Well, maybe we prune it a little bit, I'm talking some agriculture to you now. So we talk about trees. Maybe you prune it, and hope for the best. You cut that end off so it won't split and worsen the tree. Tyler Biadasz. What you going to do with him? He's right behind Collins with 5 infractions. Giving up pressure to the quarterback. What you going to do with that? I tell people all the time, preventive maintenance. Some people don't like me when I say preventive maintenance. Some people will let Parkway build on their teeth until you look at it and say, man, you can scrape that off and put it on a sandwich and fry it, boy, it'll stay there. That Parkway is on the teeth. All you got to do is go get your checkups once a year, at least. Get your teeth clean. Floss. Invest in some hydrogen peroxide. Gargle. Preventive maintenance. Some people got pain in their mouth right now. Scared to go to the dentist. Because they are afraid of what the doctor may say. Or the dentist may say. Got a little odor coming out of their mouth. They come close to you, you smell it. Preventive maintenance. Sometimes you got to brush your teeth and use that mouthwash. But not everybody want to floss. Not everybody want to brush their teeth before they go to bed. Y'all ain't liking me today. I feel you. I understand. But they better get their priorities in check. I'll never forget. Some ladies, and I'm not talking about the ladies, some gentlemen too, will ride around in a car and not get the oil change and thinking all it takes for a car to operate is just gas. Keep that same oil in that car so long that you think it's tar up in there. Car just struggling. Why you don't want to go get your oil change at $39.95? Time. I don't have time. You say take care of your car take care of you. Because it's not going to pick the time to go down. But they so interested in getting the rims and the tint on the cars. But when the last time you had your oil change? I'm going to use my Dick Gregory now. Y'all remember Dick Gregory? May you rest in peace. When the last time you had your transmission flushed? Now I can make it another 2,000 miles. I don't want to pay the 200. But people don't want to do that. Preventive maintenance. Cowboys, we looking good. But it's riding good, Law. Ain't no bump in the road. We good. That little misfire, that's okay. Hey, dog, that transmission just slipped when you saw what happened when we went up that hill. Come on, dog. When last time you had them plugs changed, fam? Nah, they good, bro. We got the split type of plugs. Preventive maintenance. Be on the side of the road with the Gucci flip-flops and the 20-inch rims. I seen people. I can't make this stuff up. With the rims. 2 on one side and 2 donuts. What you gonna do with 2 donuts? Donuts is only allowed for you to go for 40 miles or 40 miles per hour. But you gotta get those new tires. You gotta get those other tires on it before that time frame. I done seen a guy with donuts on his car for 2 months. But you got the rims. It's still riding, though. Let's listen to the rest of this interview. I told you I'm going to do a marathon show.
It's easy for us to talk about the future of this team this season, and I think it's easy for the fans to do the same thing. How cautious are you guys to try to look further down the road?
Appreciate you,
and
Dwayne.
Not get as excited as you can be because of what you've seen from this team so far, the rest of the division not being so good so far, and seeing the potential of what could happen? Do you guys just kind of say tap the brakes a little bit and wait for it to happen, or do you kind of have those conversations about it's looking pretty dang good right now?
No, cautious may not be the right word, but it's probably more focused on week to week. And I know Mike's got them focused this week on getting their legs back under them. He's really giving them a chance to, regain any the fatigue that you go through when you're working week in and week out and playing week in and week out. We know we got a lot of games left to play, 11 games left to play as we move forward, and focus on your bodies during this bye week, and then we got to have straight focus on the Vikings. And I don't think anybody's getting away from that. I don't think anyone's thinking big picture right now. It's every week, it's week to week, and I think between the coaching staff, led by Coach McCarthy, and the players led by Dak, and a great group of guys. They're gonna do it the right way.
Thanks,
Stephen. The victory pictures from the suite, they've been awesome, and it looks like you guys are having, once that victory is happening, having a really good party in there while the party is going on, and after when you get the win. I love those pictures because people are moving around. It's a little blurry, but everyone's smiling, putting up their number one finger. Man, I love them.
Well, it's just if they'd have shown that box just right before that, you would see big tension and solemn faces and just intent and hoping that we get to pull that thing off. But certainly when you win a game in the NFL, we've been around it for over 30 years now, and we know how hard it is.
It is hard
to win a game. And when you win one, you certainly enjoy the moment. Obviously, our family, since we've had the team, never won a game in Foxborough. So that was a great box for us to check against a great organization owned by a great family, and certainly the history with Coach Belichick and Tom Brady up there. There's been a lot of people probably hadn't won many games up in Foxborough in the last 20-plus years. So it was great to check that box.
Stephen, we so appreciate the time you've been able to give us. This is an off week, and just know that we do appreciate you being with us and love talking to you.
Hey, great to be on with you guys. Have a great week.
See you, Stephen.
That's good. That's a good episode from those guys right there. The reason why they said it so they do this bit. They do this bit every year. Well, after every game, they do this bit where they do a fake Jerry. And you know, at one point in time, 1310, the Ticket used to be the official radio station of the Cowboys. But some things happened, and now 105 got it, and I don't think 105 will ever give it back. You know, they doing a great job, 105 doing a great job. But 1310, the Ticket, they like to throw jabs at the Jones family, and they really, really, really raw and uncut in certain stances. And have you guys ever heard that segment with 1310 the Ticket where they talk about Jerry Jones? And this is kind of like really like, hey, you know, but luckily Jerry got thick-skinned. He's not a thin-skinned guy unless we're in one of those losing situation. And Jerry get really rocky, you know, and he will call up to the stadium or the stations, and he would tell them like, hey, you hush your mouth, you know, I don't like your attitude, or he would send one of his goons up there, and they would tighten him up. But these guys, 1310 the Ticket, they know holds bar. And let me just play this. It's a little rocky because I heard some of it, but I said, man, let me just sit back and get you guys' reaction from it. Let's go.
We say good morning to Jerry Jones. Congratulations.
Hey, what do you know? 5-1.
How about them Cowboys?
Let me turn it up a little bit.
It's the height of grooves and our record. It's amazing. How about them Cowboys? How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing great. How are you?
Good. On the one hand, that game was uglier than that mullet son of Bill Belichick. But on the other hand, that victory was as sweet as Gene on our wedding day.
Oh, what a nice tribute.
And we never had much luck up there winning in New England, have we?
Nope. No, it's been a while.
Yeah, that gargoyle and a sweat top patrolling their sidelines, just too much of a football genius. We've had a hard time getting out of there with the win, but I had a genius plan for battling him yesterday.
What was that?
Promised Kellen Moore 500 Chuck E. Cheese tokens if we win.
Well, that must have worked. Must have motivated him.
He was so excited. He really wanted to go ride that little fake helicopter and play some skee ball.
Oh, good for him.
So he dialed us up a victory, and we won. Don't you think it was really crafty the way we won that game yesterday?
Get it? I see what you're doing there.
Crafty.
Yep.
Crafty.
Yep.
Yeah. Robert tried to get me up on his milking table in a suite before the game, but I declined.
I don't even know what that is.
I declined. So I had to just watch him have about 4 nail technicians tugging on him like he was a Holstein. Bingo. It was awkward and a little illegal, but that's what Robert's into.
Okay, yeah. Whatever floats his boat, right?
Whatever floats his boat. And I tell you, I can't look at him without thinking of what happened there. Can you?
It's. I think I'm over it now.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, you're the one person in the nation who's over it then.
Crazy.
Well,
boy.
I know some who are more into it than others.
Like who?
Well, apparently you, the great Gordo. He talks about it a lot.
Who's the great Gordo? Gordo, are you there? How come he never talks? You say there's
I don't know.
another
He's out
person
getting
on the show,
something
but I
to eat.
never talk to
Stop
him.
the show, Jerry. He's getting something to eat, I guess.
Huh. Well, them fans up there, they sure do treat me poorly.
Do they?
They're always reminding me that they got 6 Super Bowl trophies, and I only have 5 with my franchise. But I remind them that the Forbes list, they have me way up there and how much that team is worth, no matter how many trophies we got.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, you got him on that.
And that's what matters in the long run. That's what matters. Not how much you win, but how much you're worth.
Yeah, fans don't want to hear that.
Competition sport, I don't know about that.
How'd you think our weed warrior did?
Who's that?
Randy Gregory.
No, they're wrong, man.
He had a great game.
They're wrong.
Awesome.
He unleashed a hemp attack on that Mac Jones, didn't he?
Yeah, he kind of did.
That one guy's awesome. He wrecked him like a half-smoked blunt. That's what he likes to say.
They're wrong
That's
for
what he
that.
likes to say. I think I counted 4 heart attacks in the last 4 minutes of that game.
Boy, what a crazy fourth quarter and overtime.
Wasn't it cray?
It
He
was.
just got cray up in here.
Cray.
Stephen had to use the paddles on me twice.
Did he?
Just because of Trayvon Diggs, too. I don't ever recall praising a player so much and then turning around and dog cussing him right in as many minutes. I mean, he had that touchdown run back that he had got that pick six.
Yeah.
And then he messed up on that other play.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he's going to be the death of me.
I think he's going to give you more good moments than bad.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. I hope he's not a zero-sum player. I have a history of getting those guys on the team.
Yeah, you've had a few over the years.
And did you like that Arkansas orgy we had up there in the owner's booth after we won?
Pretty amazing.
That was some fun times. I tell you, if kissing cousins is fun, imagine what raising the stakes is like
Oh,
that.
gosh.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm talking about, George.
No, I don't.
Oh, my
Like
gosh.
we're talking about
That
that.
was just a nice, sweet moment with your family there.
Of course, we had to get on to Stephen for exceeding the 10-second rule with Charlotte.
Gosh. He did not.
They wrong.
10 seconds is a long
A
time.
little awkward. But hey, we're going to the Super Bowl this year, baby. Good morning to you.
Yeah, morning.
Right.
Morning. There he goes. There goes Jared.
I hope he reprimanded Steven for that.
Oh my God, 1310 the ticket, baby. They do this bit with fake Jerry Jones, man, and that one was kind of crazy, man. I don't know who's impersonating Jerry Jones' voice. I think that Jeff does a wonderful job. I think Jeff does a wonderful job doing the impersonation of Jerry Jones. But Jeff Jeff got to stay within the context. He can't do it as often as this station is, because they do it religiously, and on top of that, you know, they go all the way to the left side of it, Cowboy Nation. So that's just how that goes right here. All right, so give me 1 second here, Cowboy Nation, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Shouting out my partners at The Game Day. The Game Day is a new sports and sports betting media company built for today's fans. Check out the link in my bio or my community tab for all their great content, and head to their website, thegameday.com, for the latest sportsbook promos, betting tips, expert picks, and sportsbook app reviews.
Excellent.
Appreciate you, everybody, for jumping in and tuning in. I'm back. Be sure to check out my partners with the Game Day. And we got one other segment before we can open up the phone lines, and then we can party from here, Cowboy Nation. But I think that I love to slap people, you know, and y'all know how this thing goes, Cowboy Nation. But shout out to the Game Day with all what they do over here. And they support the nation tremendously each and every time. Laugh out loud. You can't trade Cooper. Yeah, you can't trade Cooper. No. Anybody think about trading Cooper? That's before they even lean forward.
And what they possess offensively.
That was the end of that video there. Appreciate everybody for watching. I'm going to get into more details. We're going to open up the phone line for your mind, so hold tight while I set up everything. I'm going to put the phone number up here in a few, but bear with me while I set up everything. Let me get the, get out the way. Get out the way. I'm going to put the phone number up. I did a little programming myself, so let me put the new hotline phone number deal up there. Y'all like that, boy? You know, Law got some skills. Yeah. Come on, bear with me.
Wave. in it for keepsake. In the field with the cleat lace. Beat foot with the bare face and a slick tongue, that's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she biting lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back, she bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I'm padding my stats. I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the backboard, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force. If I run his fade, then you ask for it. Cross need to laugh more. I keep it 100 on dashboard. The live show needed passport, cause the beat bounced to the cap torn. Feel like I live it fast forward, but I asked for it. Misfit, got a quick lit on a crash course from the tattered garment to the tabloid. Spoke how I live it into existence. Might be ahead of myself, but the bank account did jump up a couple figures. Feel like nobody could with us. I'm a flight risk. I play among the stars in the Hollywood Hill. The space station couldn't even get in touch with me. Praise faith that I stuck with it. Wave. No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. Well, everything I say turn into the real thing. I tell her run it up, cause you know it ain't a thing. We made it out the slums, words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave. Well, everything I'm saying turn into the real thing. I've been living like I'm famous. Like I don't show my face as I'm jumping on the stage. Like I'm living in a daydream. Lost in imagination. She only want me when she fade. She quick to tell me I'm a fade. She ain't told no lie, she love it when I catch my cadence. She gone off the deep end, pull up every weekend. I hate to let her down, but I'm in a fast life, so you never slowing me down. Heart rate jumping like an no sleep out. How you switch up, you always help me down. Wonder why I turn into a cold of me now. It could be worse, right? I got where I'm at without no work-life balance. You tell me that it's love, but I'm knowing that it's madness. Squad with me, God, cut us from the same fabric. No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave, but everything I say turn into the real thing. Tell them run it up, you know it ain't a thing. We made it out of songs with the words on the page. Everything is straight. I've been on the wave, but everything I'm saying turn into the real thing.
Sitting like a boss, bring the workers out. Press on the exhaust, we be skirting out. No, we not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, musta heard around. How that sound, yeah that sound good, tell them break it down. ISO Wendy's in your town, don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound, yeah that sound good, tell them get in line. Hold it down, came up from the underground. How that sound, yeah that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah that sound good. Sounds good. It's in the picture, let me crop them out. They told us trust the process, we ain't stopping now. They know that it's a scene when we popping out. Came up from the dirt, yeah we popping out. It's our yeah, we finna lock it down. We the top boys in your city when we come around. ISO no POP, tell them hold it down. We been dropping every month, we ain't slowing down, no. Ayy, sitting like a boss, bring the workers out. Press on the exhaust, we be skirting out. No, we not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, musta heard around. How that sound, yeah that sound good, tell them break it down. ISO Wendy's in your town, don't forget the dollar sign.
Almost finished setting it up, appreciate everybody for jumping in.
Tell them get in line, hold it down, came up from the underground. Ayy, tried to play me back then, but you learn it now. Do not play with.
Appreciate everybody for jumping in. We're going to get this thing going the best way possible as we proceed to give you guys what you need. Cowboy Nation, this is just the beginning. Yeah, just the beginning of the season. We're 5-1 right now. And of course, we got the phone lines open. And we want to talk about, anything that's on your mind this Friday. Let's get Lady Jessica, you live.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good evening. Happy Friday. Well, all I got to say is this. Everybody keeps saying if this team was this, if this team was that, this team was that. If Dak hadn't went down, this team would be just like it is now. Stop saying all this negative stuff, man. Can we rejoice? Can we rejoice? Ain't the haters saying enough negative stuff now?
Facts.
If we don't support our own team, who will?
No one.
Now, I'm sick and tired of this day in and out. We are 5-1.
Right.
Do y'all not hear me when I say I opened up my Facebook memories the other day, and this team was 6-1. So we're about to be 6-1, y'all. Everybody want to say we ain't going to beat the Vikings. The devil is a liar. These boys got a mission. Y'all see they're on a mission. Everybody is eating. And y'all sitting up here and say that the other players that's been out, the star players, going to make it mess it up. No, they're not. We don't see it, but them boys are together. I saw D-Law with his boot on in there while they was playing around with the ball, talking about they were shooting basketball, hitting the little yellow ball into the thing. I don't know if you follow them on Instagram or not, but these boys are all on the same level. And I saw Tank Post said that he is hungry. He is ready to ball. Stop thinking negative, people. If you think negative, everything's going to be negative. Do y'all got that? The Bible says, speak those things as though they were. I've been telling y'all this during the draft season that this team was finna ball. Y'all was sitting up here talking about this. This team is going to be 16-1, and that is what I'm looking for. That's 16-1. I'm looking for them to be 6-1 when we go up against the Vikings. I'm looking for our quarterback to be there because God got that. That just overcome an ankle break.
Amen.
I'm sorry, Law. If people don't want to hear about God, I'm sorry. But God is in everything. I was told, Jessica, God, I don't care about that. God said he reign on the unjust as well as he do the just. So what you mean? He don't care about the football players. He gave them their talent. He blessed them to get into the NFL because not everybody that is good get in the NFL. You know that, right?
Facts, right.
So these boys are in the NFL playing for our team. Our Dallas Cowboys are balling. Stop listening to the haters. Let them hate. Haters gonna hate. The reason why I'm so positive, y'all, I have been through so much in my life, and God has brought me through so much, and I wouldn't be here. Do y'all know this is the day that I was ran off the road, October 2016. I was trailed out of Dallas and ran off the road, y'all. I survived a car accident, hitting trees, flipping over and over and over, and landed upside down with upside down in the car. The car was running, the air was blowing cold. God sent angels. People, I saw angels, and they called me by my name, and them people disappeared. I didn't see them no more, but one came back, and he said, Jessica, so I was screaming fiercely, and he said, Jessica, you're okay. And the doctors was all nurses, everybody all around me, but nobody could see him but me. So people, stop being negative. I talk about God so much because he's done so much for me. I still encounter battles. We all gonna have battles, but we gotta go through, y'all, to get to. All Dallas Cowboys have been through, y'all, and now they're going to. They just are going. So I'm sorry. I'm not
no, it's okay, Jessica. That's okay. Get it out. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Come on, Jessica.
I just want us to be proud and happy and rejoice, y'all. Our boys are 5-1. When they said that we could, like Law said, we could easily be 6-0 right now if it wasn't for the referees and the penalties and all this different stuff. Just like they took that touchdown the last time against Tampa Bay. They did the same thing with these people. And when they got found out, them boys, and I don't know if they seen it or somebody gave them my message that I put on tweet, but I told them to focus and lock in and go for what they know. And I was in the car.
Appreciate you so much, Lady Jessica. I thank you so much for your praises. Amen, Lady Jessica. Let's give a round for Lady Jessica. Lady Jessica. That girl good, boy. That girl good. Hey, the first caller always get the longest amount of time. So what we're going to do now, we're going to implement the 2-minute deal, the 2-minute groove. So everybody else, you get 2 minutes. And appreciate Jessica for her testimony, her story. I mean, I believe you tell the story so somebody else can hear the story, because what she went through may not been just for her, right? It could have been for somebody else that's watching right now, that been in a situation where their car flipped over multiple times, and they probably have, something that's going on in their life. They probably not look the same or not walking the same, but they here. And if they can take the storyline from what Jessica said, just be passionate about what you believe in, and just have that PVO. So for Jessica, for the lady, Jessica, let me see PVO in the chat. While my dog, he gotta come back, man, with something real tight, because this D shift. Hey, man, you following up after Jessica? What you got for the show?
Not much. Just saying that. I mean, Laura, you talking about 16-1? We going 16-1, man. Who's gonna beat us on this schedule, man? There's not a team left, man. Like, you laughing, man, but who's gonna beat us? The Chiefs. We came into this season looking at the Chiefs like, oh, yeah, we're going to lose that one.
Right.
So, I mean, the season kind of show, and, I mean, the team that we were last year, we told everybody, we pounded at the table. Preseason, man, this team it's a lot different, and we didn't have a lot of our pieces.
Right.
They weren't trying to hear us, though, man. They just wanted to kick us while we were down.
Facts.
So we out here, man, still trying to beat these refs.
Facts.
I mean, everybody has to overcome the injury bug, but I feel like, like last year, it's just silly to sit up here and crown Washington, New York, Philly. It's just silly to crown them just these champions just because everybody has it in their heart to hate the Cowboys.
They do.
And so they kind of let their heart, go with, without using their brain. Like your whole team went down. This is a talented team. We try to tell them, Law.
We tried to.
When they 16-1, like you just said, they're gonna move the goalposts again.
Yeah, they ain't had to play nobody. Yeah, that's what they gonna say. They ain't play nobody.
But they're not gonna go back and just talk about just all the craziness they were talking before. That's the thing. They don't even let us enjoy the fact that they're wrong, because they go ahead and move the goalposts. They don't even go back and apologize. That's not cool, Law. So we got to beat these refs, man. Injury is what it is, but it's our year, man. Number 6. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you. Good words, man. Good follow-up from Jessica, by the way. All right, so next we got, we've been having a lot of fun. I really appreciate this part of the show, man. When I get a chance to hear y'all wonderful conversations, I always love this, man. So we having a lot of fun, but let Bond get in. What you got for this episode, Bond?
Hello, Law. What's up with you, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling, relaxing.
Yeah. So, I'm saying, after the bye, we should take it game by game. Let's not focus about comparing who's playing, because all those teams that's good right now, they might be the worst team at the end of the season. So let's concentrate on our games, our schedule. No, let's not take any game for granted. Right? So far, we play the best quarterback, the best coaches. You know what I'm saying? The upcoming teams. So we seen what we're working with in the NFL. So now, the next thing is we know most of our players gonna come back. Especially, I can't wait until Michael Gallup when he's gonna come back, because Michael Gallup last week, those plays that Cedric Wilson missed, a touchdown and couple of plays, and even the week before that. Right. I've seen Michael Gallup make those plays. So I can't wait until Michael Gallup comes back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then our defense is just going to get better, because we still got more more players to come. So let's just take it game by game. Let's keep winning. You know what I'm saying? Let's not take any game for granted. Play every team like it's week 1. Or let's play every team like we owe in something. Let's just concentrate and take it game by game. That's all I wanted to say, buddy.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. That's a good call from Bun. We had fun with Bun, baby. Yeah, that's a good call from him, man. All right, so next we got on this list is from the 901. Is this Stevenson? You live?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, doing well. It's good.
Great. But let me tell you something that a lot of people don't know. The Dallas Cowboy Nation, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how deeply rooted the Dallas Cowboy Nation is here in Memphis? Man, we're like the second version of Dallas about these Cowboys. See, I go all the way back to when I was 13 years old. I've been a Cowboy fan. I'm 55 now. And I'm a Cowboys fan. That I would never wear nothing but the blue and gray. See, I want to go back to when Shannon Sharp, Ocho, and all the other guys, Stephen A. Smith, all of them talked about how the NFC leased and that the Cowboys still was not going to finish first. Well, guess what? They all are eating crow right now. Eat the crow. Guess what? We're going to cure it up for them. We want them to have good taste in crow because that's how good we are. We are the Cowboy Nation. Lifeline. We're going to go all the way. Guess what? I'm looking forward to being ready for that Super Bowl. And Lord knows I want to be there. Hey, I just want to say shout out to these Cowboys. Keep up. And look, we're doing this with some members of our team, our starters on both sides of the ball being out, and we're only going to get stronger as the season goes. So for all those haters who thought we just going to have 5, 6, or 7 wins, guess what? You better do your math because apparently your teacher didn't teach you nothing. That's all I have to say. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Stevenson. Yeah, God bless. Yeah, it's a good call from him, man. And yeah, they eating their crows right there, baby. 657-390-7391. The phone line is at the top of the screen. So it's big now. I know you guys can see it. Got the flame. He got the phone jumping up and down. Hey, we got a Mississippi number in the house. 601. You the one. Turn your radio down. Appreciate you, Jason. Your name is in the chat. But 601, you're live. From Laurel, right down the street from Brett Favre. All right, well, I gave you a chance. Yeah. 573, you're live.
What's going on, brother?
Talk to me.
Oh, man. This team is something else this year, man. I got to talk about these draft picks that we've had accumulated over the last few years, man. Trayvon Diggs, freaking baller.
Facts.
Best corner that I've seen Dallas have since Dion. Micah Parsons, freaking baller. Odigizua, one of the best. Odigizua and Gallimore, man. They both exciting young guys on the D-line. Man, just gets you really excited for the future of the Cowboys. Dak's playing out of his mind. Just continuing to get better. You just see it, strides year after year. Guy just continues to keep getting better. Just gets you really excited for the future of Dallas. Been a fan all my life, and just, man, it really gets you stoked to get up in the morning when you see the team your team that you love is getting better year after year. Get your thoughts about that.
This team, the drafting department is just wonderful, man. We look at other teams struggling with their draft picks, and the Cowboys seem to hit each and every year. Even if it's just 2 people out of the draft, we still got guys that's making impact from 2016. Oh, that was Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, Anthony Brown. Those guys are all starters right now, you know? So that goes a long way with our draft situation. We're doing a great job.
Down year for Dallas in drafting is like a great
17
year for a team, you know, like Cincinnati freaking drafting.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Oh,
good
yeah.
year for them is a bad year for us.
Facts.
Oh man, just gets you exciting.
Well, no doubt, man. Appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, brother.
Good call from him, man. Good call. Who's still from the 17 draft class? Is that Jordan Lewis? Can y'all name all of the guys that's still from the 17 draft class? I know 18 is LVE. He's still here. Yeah, we doing good, man. We doing good when you look at the collective, right? All right. 336, you in the mix? You live?
How you doing?
Yeah, what's good? Talk to me.
Hey, look, I wanted to say this. I wanted to say that, do you think we need to make a trade to make the defense better, like to get another defensive tackle or another linebacker?
I don't think that they do that. You know, I think the Cowboys, Jerry Jones and spilled the tea, and John Stephen Jones spilled the tea. They're waiting to get their guys back, like Tristan Hill, Navarre Gallimore, as well as D-Law. They're waiting to get those boys back.
Right. I think you're right. And I want to ask you one more question. I want to give a shout-out to you, Lord Nation. I watch this show, man. I'm proud of what you've done. I'm proud of how far you came.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout-out to all the other ones, Skywalker, Holmes, and all the rest of them. I think y'all came a long way, and I'd rather watch y'all than SportsCenter.
Oh, my
I like
goodness.
the information that you give.
I appreciate you, man. See, SportsCenter would have had about 50 commercials, man. I only gave you one, and I've been talking straight, right? I've been talking straight. Listen to these boys nonstop in this chair. I put in a lot of work, man, and I love seeing the people with the donations, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. But I put in a lot of work.
Right. I just want to ask one more question. I'm not going to keep you long. I just want to ask one more question. How far do you think this team can go? Actually being for real, how far do you think we can go?
Super Bowl. I'm thinking we can go Super Bowl. We just got to shore up some things on our defensive side. We still have to improve on our efficiency in red zone, and everything else. We got to clean up. We got to do some cleanups on our penalties. Although the aficionados are aficionados, but I want this front five to clean up some penalties. 9 penalties by Connor Williams, 5 by Tyler Biadasz. We got to clean that up in the inside, and we got all bye week. Hopefully these guys refresh their minds, and against the Vikings we'll be okay.
Right. Hey, put Lydell Collins at guard, put Connor Williams on the bench, and let Steele stay at tackle. I think we'll be a better offensive line. That's all I got to say, man. It's good to be on your show, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you. Now, that's his opinion. There's no way that I think that the Cowboys will do that, right? They probably just use Tyron Steele as the swing tackle, and they're going to keep Lydell Collins at right tackle. But there should be a protocol or a plan of action that's put in place. I think that Connor Williams is playing better than Tyler Biadasz, right? Tyler Biadasz is right now the weak link. Now, there's a conundrum. Y'all know what conundrums are, right? Conundrums are, hey, if you fix one problem, there will create another problem. Tyler Biadasz, he got to go through his growing pains. So just like we had our ill feelings about Terrence Steele last year, right? Who to say that Tyler Biadasz next year will have his better year? It takes 4 years for maybe offensive linemen to get to their man body and everything else, according to my guy Duke Manyweather, right? So we just can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? But to me, I'm trying to figure out putting my best 5 out there. And I use this analogy in my previous stream. If I'm finna go to the bar and fight, somebody got to be in the getaway car to drive off. Damn it, it would not be Terrence Steele. No, he gave up 0 sacks so far, and he's not giving up that much pressure. I know, I get it. But somehow, Tyler Biadasz might be in the getaway, right? And let's not leave out Connor McGovern, who's already there. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys got a good problem to have, and all we got is the fan base, our opinions. They don't listen to us anyway. We could make a little vibration, a little noise, a little ripple effect, but it's not to the impact that it goes to the Jerry Jones's ears, especially when they 5-1. Right? Let me bring in the mighty Coach Marv. You live.
What's going on, Law? How you doing, man?
Nothing much, just chilling.
Hey, let me give you my take. You know, I'm a former offensive lineman in college and went on to, coach offensive line first before I went on to be a defense coordinator, then did a little stint of head coaching. And I've been, I've been watching this offensive line all year long, and then when Collins was coming back, I had made a point about Collins going to guard, and yes, I think he would be a great addition at guard. But I'm not saying that. Be honest, when you have so many guys on the offensive line playing so good, when we look at Tyler Biadasz, you're saying, well, he's playing bad, but he's really not playing that bad at center.
Right,
I mean, he has some hiccups there, but he's getting better. I think the whole offensive line, even Connor Williams is playing
lights
better,
out.
but I believe Collins would be a better guard. If I was Collins, I would say, man, I would be happy to the fact you want to play guard, because that might solidify his longevity in Dallas for the rest of his career. Because he go to guard, he dominate the guard, become an all-pro guard, he'll finish his career right at Dallas.
Right.
Playing tackle with Terrence Steele coming on might become a money thing. Yeah. And they might say, hey, we might go with the younger guys. He's playing just pretty good and improving.
Facts.
But I think right now, I think they're gonna move Collins out back at tackle. I think what they're going to do, and I think this is the second thing, if they don't move Lyle inside. I think what they're going to do is you're going to see Steele play a little bit more on the left side to give Tyron that management.
Right.
To try to get him to the end of the season, because he's getting a little nicks, and I think that's that's a great commodity to have. But I did want to say something, and I want to say something quick when they were talking about who we should sign and all these guys, and when they were talking to Stephen Jones about all these free agents. Cowboy fans, I want you to understand this. If this team keeps improving and keeps going to places that we want them to go this year, and they play in the NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, all this free agent stuff, it'll work out perfectly. Because guys will take a little shave off the top to stay in Dallas. If Dallas is close to winning a Super Bowl, the guys will take a little shave off the top, because every other free agent out there that's good going to want to come to Dallas. And for you to stay in Dallas, you'll probably have to bow down to the Joneses and take a little team-friendly type deal.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay showed you that last year. They signed everybody back because they won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So if you have a winning team, free agency of your players gets a whole lot more negotiable, especially here in Dallas, because there's going to be a lot of money being made. You're going to be on the top stage. So let's don't worry about that. Let's don't worry about what's coming next year. Let's win games. Let's don't worry about it. And I think the Joneses are feeling that way too, because they feel that they have a commodity.
Right.
And they're not worried about signing guys. They want to see what the end result of this year comes. And then we know guys want to be in Dallas. And remember, anybody that Dallas wanted to keep, they have never lost.
Ha! Message! Yeah.
So,
Coach, you be telling the truth.
Anybody the Jones family wanted to stay, they never lost. And Jerry has told people that on a many occasions. Yeah. They have not let anybody walk unless they really wanted them to walk, or it was at a point where it was just a salary thing. If they really wanted, if it can be done, and if you're a young player, if they want you, they don't let no young players go that they want.
No doubt, Coach. Appreciate you, man. Good from Coach Marv, man. I'm going to get my graphics guy to some of these Hall of Fame people that call in. I'm going to get my graphics guy to create like a little flash photo that I could just hit when they call in, like those regulars, and it just go flash up Coach Marv, maybe with a picture like this, like, and he's gonna get more than 2 minutes, because I like to get people when time permits, by the way, but I like to get these type of guys to call in that got experience, got their hands dirty in the game, right? Played offense, went to a school, did that deal, and then from there coached the situation at a college level and as a high school level, and that getting it out of the mud. He's not lying to kick it with you guys. That's coaching to you guys. So you could tell in the reverence in his voice that he's speaking truth. And I get it. A lot of people, I know that opinions, that's why I say those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. I'm not out here to change your mind. I'm not. And that's right, Ashley. You're live. Talk to me,
What's
Mr.
going
Ashley.
on, boss?
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, man, it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
It was good meeting you in person.
Yeah.
At training camp. And this is my first time calling on your show. Obviously, I love your show. Just wanted to call in and just give a brief assessment of where them boys are at. I'm loving it, man. Been with them boys, I want to say, since I was a young type, like 10 years old, 78. So Starbuck, Dorsett, and those guys. So I'm a Cowboys vet, and I'm watching the championships. I'm watching the disappointments. So the point in all this is, what is different? What is different this year? Number one, we don't have to worry about Garrett. I like what McCarthy is doing. No, he's not perfect, but I do like what he's doing. What else is different? Our depth. I love the depth that we have in all of our positions. The only question that I had, and of course I watch you, Vach, Boss Cowboy, I watch all the round tables. You guys, the discussions on the 5, right?
Right.
I'd like to see, and I heard, I think it was either Boss Cowboy or Big Game James, 5, as far as moving Biotish out of center and putting Connor in that spot, moving Steele to the left next to Tyron. I like that 5. I like that 5. I mean, not move Steele to left.
Yeah.
And then Lyle comes back. But that's all I had to say. I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about where we are. I expect us to be in SoFi.
Hey Ash, are you in that area out there in Oxnard, or you were just visit? Huh?
No, I'm in Vegas.
You in Vegas? Okay. I mean, you did a wonderful job, man, that day of capturing the photos and that video. And I said, man, you got a mentality of a football player. I can tell by the angles that you got that footage for me. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. And you airdropped it over. I said, yeah. You're a real one, man.
Sir.
So I appreciate you, man. Hey, you gonna be that next year, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I was trying to find out if you tailgate at home games. I was trying to get to Arlington this year, especially now. We winning.
Yeah, we winning.
So I don't know if you tailgate or not.
We working on some things, man. I do know that normally I'll be in the studio when I do my play-by-play, what have you. I like being here. I can rewind the game, and then when the little ones, I can be with them. And see, like right now, I got a deal going. I'm in here now, but I watch the little ones, So we'll work out when they get older, man. It's gonna be a blast, because I'll be able to be at those events, and I'll give my Queen of the Peace Corps free time. So you know how they go, right?
Got you. Understood.
Appreciate you though, man.
Appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Good call from yeah. I mean, I love meeting people, man, and he was sitting there right with us. Me and Vach, we was watching the defensive formation lineup out there in Oxnard. And he was right there, and he would just listen. And I'll tell him, like, this is the formation we want. This is what we're looking for. Hey, look at Tristan Hill. There was the day that Tristan Hill was working the chords, and Tristan Hill was working independently. And I said, dog, Vach, this Tristan Hill got some speed, man. And he was right there. And I believe Ash was the guy that gave us the the video of Tristan Hill working out. Believe it or not, it was him. So, and when he made the donation, I think the day before he had made a donation. And, I get all suave a little bit when we see a lady name. I say, hey, shout out to Ashley, It takes Vox. Y'all got to reach out to Vox and let him tell the story. But Vox was like, see, Law, you be turning it on for the ladies. That was a guy. And we joked about his name or what have you, a guy named Ashley. But I know a guy named Ashley Lilly. Y'all remember him? I think he played wide receiver or something like that for the for a football team. What team did he play for? Did he play basketball? Y'all let me know. Next, we got Glenn in the house. Glenn Law, what's good with you, dog?
Hey, what's going on, Law? Great show as always, man. I think this is one of your best shows. I mean, all
Appreciate
your shows are good, man, but this is a great show today.
Thank you so much, man.
Real quick, to answer your question, Ashley Lee was a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
He didn't really last that long, but
right.
Good to see he's doing some other things. So, real quick, also on the Cooper, some people are bagging on Cooper because his numbers aren't. I don't know. Sometimes if CeeDee Lamb or the tight end, if somebody else has great numbers, and people think that Cooper's slacking, but that's not the case because, like you pointed out, you got to have that receiver that's going to draw attention, and Cooper is always going to draw attention, and so that opens it up for other guys. But I really wanted to hit on my main point is regarding maintenance. You're so right. On this offensive line, number one, yes, we have to move Steele and put Collins back in when he's ready. But we also have to replace either Connor Williams or Biotish, and I'm not sure which one. But McGovern, if McGovern can go in and play center, that would be great. But we can't have Williams and Biotish because they play right next to each other. And if you notice, when Williams was getting all of those flags, it was clear to me that the Patriots coach basically said, hey, look, this interior is vulnerable. So if you can create some problems in the middle, you're going to get some pressure. And that really caused Connor Williams, I think, more than anything, to drop some flags. So I just want to get your thoughts. Should one of those two, either Biotish or Williams, have to be replaced because they play right next to each other? They can't both stay in. Let me get your thoughts, and I'll take it offline.
I'm trying to figure out a way. I think the Cowboys already know that. That's why they're taking reps away from Tyler Biotish. They're trying to figure out a way to move Tyler Biotish and maybe put him on the bubble wrap or put him in his program where he can develop a little bit more without showcasing all of his warts. And the problem is I think Connor McGovern, he's not in a contract year, but Connor Williams is. So they want to get some value out of Connor Williams, whether it be a compensatory or if he can showcase that he's worthy to be re-signed. That's my thoughts on that. So if I'm a betting man, they want to give Connor Williams an extra shot at it. I think that they will probably utilize him at center before the season ends. What do you think on that, Glenn?
So you're saying put Connor Williams at center? Is that what you're saying?
Fortunately, yeah. Because I know did Connor McGovern, he played center in the college, right? At Penn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
State, yeah.
But it was Connor Williams that they gave the preseason reps to at center. I have yet to see Connor McGovern at center outside of last year when Brian Broadus brought that point up.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, that would be out of my wheelhouse. I guess whatever they see at practice, I whoever would be more comfortable. My thinking is that one of them has to go. Well, I don't want to say one of them has to go, but one of them has to be replaced. They just can't both be in there. The easy call is on the right tackle, no doubt. Collins has to go back in because we're one strip sack away with Steele. I love the fact that they've been able to coach him up and he's playing well. But we're one strip sack away, especially in the playoffs, because it's going to get tougher. The pass rush is going to become more fierce as the weather gets cold and December comes. So,
but you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I wish that we played the Cardinals where we play the Broncos at. I wish they can just reshape that. Play the Cardinals a little earlier, right? And the only reason why I say not this upcoming game against the Vikings, because we got Dak Prescott coming back he's going to be coming back. He may not be at 90, he may be at 75 or maybe 60%. But I would like for to see this offensive front five versus the Cards front four. And that would be a great test for us midway through the season, and we'll know exactly where we stand at against a team that can create pressure on the quarterback with players that can get to the quarterback, juxtaposed to what we saw from Judon last week or what have you, you know?
Right. Good point. Well, I'll keep listening. I'll let you go and carry on, Cowboys Nation.
Let's go. That's Glenn Law. Glenn from the law office. All right, so, we went a little longer than what I expected on that one, but he brought up some brilliant points there. I got a guy by the name of Willie D. He gone. What's good with you?
Hey, man. What's up with you, Law?
Talk to me, man. What you got for this episode, man?
First of all, I want to say, one, hit, talk shit.
Yeah. Stand over him.
Yeah.
Compose that intimidation look.
And also, I was thinking about 3 weeks ago about Collins coming back. I would rather him go to guard like he played first when he first got hurt. Now, I know he want to get paid at tackle.
You got that bag.
Pacer been cheating out these years, so Jerry Jones, slide him some money under the table. Let him play guard. Put the Penn State corner on. So take Badass out and put the Penn State on corner with him. Put the
Conor McGovern,
Penn State on corner at center. And leave what's the name still at the right tackle. He playing okay. Then we have the best 5 lineups out there and ball out. Plain and simple. I got it planned out.
Hey, Willie D, and this is the situation right here, Willie D. If I'm right-handed, and if I can see with that's my dominant hand. I can see pressure. That's why Tony Romo, and trust me, he was right. Tony Romo said, "Look, Doug, I need you on the right side. I can see them coming off the right." That's why when Tyron Smith, he played right tackle when he first got in the league, but he wasn't as efficient, you know what I'm saying, as he should have been. But they said, you know what? Bump this. We know that Tyron Smith is a dominant guy. He's going to eventually get there. Let's kick him to the left side. Put Doug free on the right because I can see the pressure coming. And Tony would see Doug give up that situation and slide and move around. And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is doing that with Terrence Steele because, of course, Terrence Steele haven't given up a sack yet, but that's understandable because Dak Prescott is right-handed. He can see the pressure. He know how to slide. He can feel it. It's the blind side for me. It's when, look, if you go back and look at majority of the sacks that was given on Dak Prescott through his career with Tyron Smith, it was Tyron Smith overcompensating or trying to help out Connor Williams. And that's off the blind side. But nobody won't hear Law, though. That's okay. But go ahead. I'm going to give you some more time, though. But talk your mind.
All right, now, another point I got is the Cowboys got so much depth this year. And the reason why is because I think it's Dan Quinn, first of all, and then the black man that we've been having drafting these last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Willie McClay.
Yeah, him. So I swear to God, Law, back when so this draft right here was when Michael Trask came out. He played quarterback at Carter, so I went to Carter High School. I'm from Oak Cliff, so I watched all this game in college. Tell me why the Cowboys drafted this cornerback that played at Texas Tech that year. When I tell you that dude sucked, I knew he was not going to make the team. I said, really, I feel like I can be a scout. I feel like I can be a scout. I watch all college football. I watch high school football. I know these teams in and out. The dude last name was Wall. We drafted that kid like 6 or 7 rounds. I said, when I heard that we drafted that kid, I said, man, he was toast every week. I said, he's gonna be gone before we even play. And he did not make the team.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is now we got some people in there that know what they're doing, and we drafting good players, and we're gonna keep rolling and rolling. And Curse out there, Curse is a leader. 27, yes sir.
Yeah,
yes sir.
He a dog. He a dog, fam.
He talk shit.
No doubt, Willie D, man. Appreciate you for calling in, though, man. We're going to let the landlord Bama come on next, but I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Willie D. Good call from Willie D, man. All right, let me let the landlord in. Landlord going to hold things down. Landlord, dog, you live.
What's happening with the law, man? What's going on?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
Not much, man. I just dropped my second little video, man, and I was talking about what I feel like the biggest change is for the Dallas Cowboys, which is I feel like this culture shifted because of the level of competition.
Right.
Because, like, if you think about it, before this year, before McCarthy really came in, we really never had depth like that. Like, we used to. Like, that's why one person get hurt and our season in shambles all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Tyron be out for a play or two, and now we in trouble. We finna lose a game because Tyron out. You know what I'm saying? And now it look like Mike McCarthy has positioned his team, like, loaded at every position, so it's competition. Everybody know that they got to look over their shoulder, and they got to be ready to make plays when they on that field. Like, I really love the energy and the direction this team look like it's going in.
No doubt, man.
That alone right to me, it feel like that's what changing the culture. And that leadership, of course, but I feel like the level of competition got everybody on point and focused, man. And it's sky's the limit for us right now.
No doubt, landlord, man. You're on the money, man. Competition, iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. And when you have that level and making the necessary adjustments, it goes a long way, not a short way. And I believe that's what this team is doing, making the necessary adjustments.
Yeah, see, like back in the past, like we had Xavier Woods talking about he ain't going 100%. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nobody talking like that no more.
Hey, now you got to go 100 because the next person up said I'm giving 150. But appreciate you, landlord. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's my dog, man, landlord. All right, we're going to make it, let's see, 2 minutes sharp. Now we're going to have to get it sharp because Law got to go. Law got to go. I already know. All right, got Mr. Passion on the line. Mr. Passion is on the line.
Mr. Passion.
Talk to me, man.
You know, I got you home. I gave you a $2 donation for that Parsons jersey you sent to me.
Oh, you got it? Did you like it?
No, I didn't get it yet, but I'm just saying I sent you a $2 donation for the Parsons jersey.
Oh, okay.
Showing you some love, homie.
All right, it should be there though. Use your tracking number. It should be there, Mr. Passion.
Yeah, I know it's coming. I got you, Law. I have faith that you're going to get it to me, so I ain't worried about that.
I'm going to deliver.
How about the Cowboys?
How about them boys?
Let's do big things this year, and let's win a Super Bowl, and much love. God bless, and you know I love everything you do, Law. So I just want to make it real quick, and I know you're trying to get out of here. Love you, man.
Appreciate you. Oh, that was it? Oh, I thought you was gonna go with something. But that's okay. That's okay. Appreciate you. Much love to you, man. All right, we got my dog. He been waiting patiently over here, man. Let me give my dog a grab. I got Montana 808. Man, what you got?
What up, Law? How you feeling, brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm feeling good, fam.
Yes, sir.
Man, I put it in the chat, everybody was talking about on how, oh man, I get it. All right, I understand Dallas ain't gonna make that move until it's really needed. But all I'm saying is, everybody keep in mind, you can't develop nobody if they do not get the reps.
Yeah.
So with him out there getting those reps, he's developing as the game goes. How you think Tyron Smith got where he at? How you think Zach Martin got where he at? Travis Frederick got where he was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about put the best guy. They weren't great as soon as they stepped on the field. They had to develop.
Right. I feel it. I'm following you. So you disprove or dismiss the best five theory, right?
I didn't dismiss the best five theory because my best five, like I said, will be Tyron, Collins, either Tyler or McGovern with Zach Martin and Steele.
And then make Connor Williams your swing guy.
I mean, you'll make him, your backup guard. But what I'm saying is, like, with Tyler sitting in between Zach Martin and Leo Collins, he don't have to, do as much because he's surrounded by two great players.
Okay, I feel you.
Everybody like, we're one sack away from, well, your buddy has not gave up a sack yet. He played some dominant-ass pass rush.
Yeah. Facts.
So, where's this sack coming from?
The interior, man.
That's all I got, Lord. I just want people to understand the game better. You feel me?
Dog, you spitting truth over here, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's spitting truth over here, man, and I love it. With my dog Montana call in because he gonna lay it straight, man. He always gonna give his thoughts objectively, and that's what we're looking for, objective reasonings here. All right, I got not James Worthy, but I got Jay Worthy. You live.
What up, Law? Live like 95, baby.
Oh, day, yeah.
Oh, Dave, listen, Law. They say respect is earned. Yeah, we earning our respect, but we also seek it because we locked in. I love it. This year, that was a special edition. J-Ron Curtis.
The conference has been locked.
But I kept saying the whole entire preseason, please let this boy make the team. Please let this boy make the team because I just like his attitude, his tenacity about himself and how he just carry himself. And just to see him on the sidelines just digging up that whole defense, locked in. We're not pointing no fingers, but locked in. That's what we was missing. Those are the Cowboys we was missing. The Michael Irvins, the Dez Bryant, other world that can rile their team up and get it jump started. That's what we was missing. We was missing that heart. We can't teach heart. So that's why so many of these four-letter networks and all these analysts, they're hating so much because these Cowboys are unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable.
They think you're the same old Cowboys as before. Remember the accident waiting to happen? No. Preventative maintenance.
Yeah.
Coaching stuff. There will be no accident.
Rotate them tires, baby. Yeah. The simple things.
The simple things. And the mistakes that we're making, the rookie mistakes and stuff like that, we overcoming them. We're not letting them defeat us, take us out of our game, put our heads down. No. Once Trayvon Diggs gave up that double move, you saw Dak and them pick their helmet up like, let's go.
Let's go.
We going down and scoring. So the attitude change, the Garrett guys is gone. I'm just loving this team right now. I can't say nothing bad about us, but let us make our mistakes. Nobody's perfect, but if we overcome them, that's the difference.
No doubt, Jay Worthy. Appreciate you so much, man. Preventive maintenance, man. Get your life checked together. You know what I'm saying? Check your A1C levels, Make sure you're eating right. Don't do it on Monday and then fall off on Saturday. No. Make sure you do everything consistent with moderation. You know, I try to do at least 100 push-ups, baby, a day, you know. Now, I know I haven't hit the gym all of this year. I'm becoming soft law, you know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to work out in the house, but you got to consistently. Eat right, drink your water, you know, do the small things, get checked out, you know. Hey, you know, I got 804, you live. $804. Once.
Yo, what's going on, Law?
What's good? Talk to me.
Not much. I like the big 5 theory thing you got going on. I think Collins, we gotta move him back to right guard, man. Like with the way Terrence Steele been playing, bro, I don't want to take him off that high horse. You take him off that high horse, got him sitting on the bench, waiting on Lyle Collins if he, you know, God forbid he get injured or anything, but you know, something like that. We got to keep that man on the field. Put Collins back at right guard in center position.
Right.
Man, we got to worry about that in the 2022 draft.
Yeah, facts. 2022. We're gonna have to repair some things. But I really see. This is the thing. The value position in next year's draft probably be guard, tackle guard, what have you, and the safeties may be overlooked. But dog it for the 2022 draft. I want that safety, man. We got to go get one, you know?
Yeah.
We got to go get one.
I feel you on that. We definitely got to go get that young safety that's going to be a game changer. That'll be perfect for our defense.
Oh, it'd be so perfect right now. And we got to do something else, though. We got to invest in another linebacker.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know what you think. I don't know. Van Der Esch, he might be gone after this.
Yeah, in the words of Willie D, he gone.
And he hasn't been getting that many reps. I've been noticing they've been taking him out on some of the crucial downs too. So that's not a good sign for us to re-sign him, and we don't even have him on the field that much, you know.
Yeah, he might be playing for the Giants or the Eagles next year. But I appreciate you so much for calling in, fam. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Good call from him. All right. Are we rolling right along to 214? You're live, 214. You're live.
What's going on with you, Law, man?
Talk to me, man. Everything great.
Say, man. Hey, I got a couple things to say, man. Run, hit, talk shit, man.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, I'm straight out there 214, man. So I want to tell y'all like this, man. That man Mike McCarthy told y'all straight up, it takes 77 guys when he won the Super Bowl in Green Bay.
Oh.
That man came in, created depth that we ain't never had in Dallas. Hey, I'm going to be in L.A. when we get there, baby. Cowboy Nation, man. Holla at me.
All right, partner. That's what I'm talking about. He's shooting everything down. He brought up a point. Oh. But get rid of Mike. That's what everybody said, right? Oh. All I need is one Mike. Y'all remember that press conference when he said that? Is it 77 guys? Yeah, is it 77 guys? It's something like that, you know. And he was saying that when they won the Super Bowl, it took all of them. Oh, my goodness. That's a good call from a guy from the 214. I didn't get your name, man, but put it down in the chat so I can give you some praises. But all I can remember, 214, he jumped in, you know, and delivered. DH from Vegas.
How's it going, Law? How's it going, my friend?
Going great, man.
Anyways, y'all just want to point out some things. So I think going forward for the rest of the season, I think teams are going to do what New England did, and I believe that they're going to really focus on trying to stop our running game. Because I can't see teams going forward say, okay, yeah, we're going to play back against the pass and just let Dallas just, let's say, mollywop us up and down the field with the running game.
You think they got personnel like, well, and to your point, you're really right on that. Patriots really didn't have the personnel right? You know, just looking at their defense, they really didn't have the personnel. So you think that other teams that we face, they should have personnel, but do you think that they will be patient enough to do it though? That's dangerous though, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, 'cause here's the thing was with Gallup coming back to throw over the top. But let's be honest, at some point in time, you do have to stop the run, and I think teams are going to have to do that and make Dak beat them. Because if we run the football like it is in the 90s, we're just going for 150, 200 yards, and we're going to throw for 300, 400 yards, it's a wrap. We're going to win. So you have to pick your poison. So if I'm Arizona, if I'm the Rams, if I'm the Buccaneers, you got to stop that running game. And I think that's going to be the key right there in the second half of the season is going to be, can we run the football when teams are like, no, we don't want you to run the football, but can we keep running the football on you? I think that's going to be the key. And I think Gallup will be key too as well because he's our deep threat. So when teams want to put 8 in the box, play action pass is going to be critical. And I also believe to our execution too. You know, we have to limit the turnovers. You know that we may do on the field. And also, we do those turnovers, we have to turn them into 7. So we have to constantly keep putting pressure on these teams.
Let me ask you this, DH.
DH.
Is 12 personnel a passing formation or a running formation?
To me, it doesn't really matter because I think you should be able to run or pass out of both.
Out of both, right?
Yeah, to me, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm just playing 11 personnel, 12 personnel. I think you better do whatever it is because I think the whole point of it is that we have to dictate to the other team. We can't let the defense dictate to us. So Dak is the one that's going to run the scrimmage. He's the one that's looking at the defense. And he knows, let's say, okay, if they're going to be coming, let's say, with a run blitz or if they're going to be playing for the pass. So that's why I said we have to dictate and keep those let's say those downs manageable. We don't want to be in 1st and 15, 1st and 20, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 15, like that. So that's why I think we have to be able to dictate to the defense and not have the defense dictate to us.
Well, that's why I believe you're on the right page. But when we run that 12 personnel, and they see it, and just like you said, it's both, right? So what teams are looking at it like, okay, all right, we're going to load the box. We got the single high safety. The Cowboys presented 12, right? In that box formation. And then they motion out. Drawings. And that linebacker saying, do I follow or do I stay put? And the safety up top, he's doing like this, like, well, go. And now they running a deep crosser. You see what I'm saying? Or they running the play action out of it, or they just running the rock out of it. It creates so much nuances to the opposing teams that I believe most teams, they say 2 tiers in the bucket. Let's just go ahead and drop 2 safeties and get this other linebacker out of it because they're killing us. Because that's a mismatch issue. Because that's the problem. A linebacker can't follow Jarwin all day. You see?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I think that's a big thing because, as I say, like, Schultz is good underneath. Jarwin can run down the seam. So I agree with picking our poison. Let me ask you this on defense, though, as far as, like, the middle of the defense. Do you think Gallimore and Hill will help us on that part right there? Because I don't want to see the Cowboys getting gashed up the middle. That's one thing right there. I think just like we have to be able to run the football when teams try to stop us, but we also have to be able to stop the running game, too, as well.
I think that Osa penetrates pretty well, but Gallimore, he plays a better job in stopping the run. Although Osa, I'm not selling or denigrating Osa because he's pretty much right up there with Aaron Donald as it relates to creating pressure. But I look at it like, man, fresh legs, man, and that temperament that Gallimore will bring to the table, man, it's going to be crazy, man. So I all of this stuff is like, I'm leaning on what Jerry Jones and John Stephen Jones had to say. That's why they're not going to trade for Michael Brockers and all of this other stuff that they're talking about as far as the rumors and the clickbait stuff. They really believe, and I believe them too, that those boys, when they come back, they got plans for Gallimore and Tristan Hill to continue to create that pressure. And while everybody else is midway through the season, they on their fresh legs. And I saw Tristan Hill, me and Ashley, he's in the chat, as well as Vach Lombardi. We saw him. We was like, man, he got speed. He got burst. I don't know what they doing, but they got a secret situation that's about to happen.
I like that. And one last thing. So, you know how, let's say before in the past, we didn't see too many guys that were 6'2" or 6'3", or let's say 6'4" defensive backs. I love Mr. Curse because, I mean, he can play down in the box, he can cover. You think you're going to see more DBs with that type of size? Because the thing is, I think when you're playing nickel and you're bringing in an extra defensive back and taking the linebacker off the field, most of the DBs, they don't want to get down there and tackle. So they don't want to see Zeke in that hole. Do you think you're going to see more of a transition with DBs now being 6'3", 6'4", maybe even 6'5"? That are kind of like a hybrid, safety / linebacker. You think you're going to see that more because that big nickel, I mean, Curse is a monster down there, man. I mean, he can cover the tight end. So he can play the run. I mean, that boy's bad. I mean, I like him, and I hope we do bring him back. But I just think that's what makes our defense even stronger because we're not bringing, let's say, the average nickel defensive back who, let's say, can cover, but maybe, let's say, can't play the run as good. So what's your opinion on that one?
Good call from there. A lot of people say what they want out of a big, tall, linear guy. And a lot of people think that guy can transition over to playing that big nickel, can create that disturbance. But it's hard to find those guys, For every J-Ron Curse is a guy, there's another guy that's like, oh, wow, this guy now out of the league. Like, I forgot his name. He played for the Raiders, but he was a tall guy, but he just couldn't make it. My thing is the Cowboys got mentality out of Curse. They're second to none on his team, and I believe that aggressive temperament is the reason why he's playing so good because he believed in himself. This is not his rookie year. He's been in the league for a minute now. So I think that could be the trend, getting that big guy that can cover the tight end as well as cover the slot receivers or blitz off the edge. That could be the new trend there. But I'm glad that the Cowboys are ahead of that curve right now. But I appreciate you for calling in, DH.
Hey, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
All right, anytime, man. He was the last caller, so that's why I gave him an ample enough time. The first caller get a lot of time, and the last caller get a lot of time for your mind. So really appreciate everybody for the call-ins. It was a great call-in show today. Let me know. Give me a rating on the call-in number, right? And let me know how you guys feel about that. I generated that last night. I produced that fire. I put that in there. Y'all might be familiar with the fire deal that I have down here when I do this right here. Where is that? Where's that program? Y'all remember that? So OB Melifonwu, yeah, George, appreciate you. You're a real one. I couldn't think of the name, but if I'd have hit that name in right then, it would have been even better of a show. So I knocked some points off of my show from there, But Cowboy Nation, although, this is the bye week, everybody still talking about the Cowboys, and I left out a segment from earlier today, right? But what I'm going to do is, all right, get that one out the way, is let people know once again, if you want to participate, all you got to do is, how can I get into the drawing for the CD Lamb raffle giveaway for the jersey? The next one will be a CD Lamb jersey. All you got to do is donate at least $1 to the Cash App Fund, and your name will be entered into the wheel of law. And this is a real jersey. Real Holyfield. Have the real stuff on it, like the real authentic tag from the NFL. So you will get this jersey in the mail by yours truly, Law Nation, if you donate at least $1 to the Cash App Fund. Now here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. The drawing will be held on November the 5th. They give enough time for people to come up with that dollar, right? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go, baby. Now you can say, now behold the Lamb. That's a good line right there, baby. Y'all can now behold the Lamb. So I'm working on the lady that generate these hoodies. We'll come up with a price line, distribution situation too. And we got to pretty much figure out how it will be distribute once we get that going. It's not through Teesprings, whereas I normally have my apparel. This is from a local shop here in Dallas. So y'all bear with me on that. Let's stay focused, Cowboy Nation. This is the weekend. Y'all have fun. I left you guys enough time to go out to the spots there. If you're still hanging out with friends, you can go out and grab you 2 for 1s, and all of that good stuff. But I come here to tell you, Cowboy Nation, preventive maintenance is the battle cry right now. Make sure you get everything in line. Make sure you check out everything with your body, your cars. But this is what the Cowboys are doing. Like old boy said from the 214, Mike McCarthy, he said, yeah, when I won that Super Bowl or helped that team get there, it took 77 guys. Not 1, not 2, not 21, 77. And this is what we're seeing. You see, you got to understand that root system, the seed must die before it can grow. And then from there, the root system attaches itself downward, meaning that it got to grab hold to something, right? I come here to tell you guys, y'all grabbing hold to something now. Y'all ingratiated yourself with the Cowboy Nation and with Law Nation, holding firm to this ground, right? Keeping everything positive. And now we're budding up. Now we're rising. Return of Prescott. Comeback player of the year, the MVP. When everybody had him out, he continued to grind. He continued to focus, stacking good games on top of good games. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, or famish or fame, or sickness or body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, the dogged and grill, and proceed and beset it. With the help of Almighty, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Now it's time for us to rock out now. Keep it consistent, baby. We've been doing this same thing all year long. Let's go. Elevations of the mind, hearts, souls, and sinews. Let's grind.
Nowadays, nothing really is ice.
I'm a thief with words, huh? Appreciate you.
Freeze, photo, please, no photos.
Come on.
Jeez, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the door.
Now it's time to lock in, baby. Let me see lock in the chat. I need to see lock in. I like that, Jay Lombardi. Yeah. Sheila Neal, appreciate you. One love to everybody. Thank those who participated. Thank those who donated. Yeah. Now it's time to roll. Ready. Not tired right now. Not roll tide. Let's go. Come on. Who else can hit that note? I know y'all somewhere in your house saying, roll credits, long. Hit it. Yeah. Let me get this fire out right quick. Come on. We ain't put the fire up too early. Yeah. Shout out to this. Brought to you by Graphic Zone HD. Yeah. Winning. Let's go. Shout out to your ass. Yo. Come on, Lost Realist. Come on. Shout out to your Fresh Prince. Need some milk. Shout out to you, Adams. Lamont. The Lunatic. You didn't call in today, the Lunatic. Come on. Luna. Marvin K. Coach.
Nowadays, nothing really is
Ashley, Lowe's, Chuck, Choctaw, Montana, Randy, not Gregory, but Hoffman, Brandon, Posey, BW, Keith Floyd. Shout out to you, man. Cortez, Winfro, Noble, Charles. Appreciate you, Mark. Let's go. Turn me up. Hey. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close.
Put some fire on this thing, baby.
10 toes down, I'll be feeding to the end. Crib outside the
we want to let these credits roll again. But if you watch it and you have not subscribed,
I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once,
lock in. Yeah.
add it up, bankroll, euro,
Come on.
peso,
Hey.
add it up,
Oh.
I'm just doing me.
Shout out to your Iceberg Kill.
Add it up, bankroll,
Bryce Smith with the fire. Nick, the Rich. Appreciate you.
everything is on me, or you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me.
Jessica, PVO. Sheila Neal, QBO. Let's go.
Shouting out my partners at The Game Day. The Game Day is a new sports and sports betting media company built for today's fans. Check out the link in my bio or my community tab for all their great content, and head to their website, thegameday.com, for the latest sportsbook promos, betting tips, expert picks, and sportsbook app reviews.
Excellent. Yeah. Forgot that thing was still active like that. But yeah. Yeah. Hey. It's Friday, baby. Right now, I'll be ready, getting ready. I'll be taking my shower right about now. I'd have had my meal set. Boy, I'd have laid my outfit out. Stand by, I'm for the tell free laws right about now, baby. Shout out to Jackson State. Boy, we've been ready, getting ready. We've been prepping right now for the club. Who been prepping for the club? It's 7:53. You don't show up at the club at 8. That's too soon. You know, we show up kind of late, you know, like 12-ish, you know, 11:30 to 12-ish. We roll up in that thing, VIP. Y'all know how it used to go back in the days. Come on, man. Hey, we had that table already set with the Moscatos, right? No cigarillos in our station, though, because we were just cool with it, yeah. Come on, let me know if y'all was like me. Boy, the outfit, boy, we was looking at the outfit. Boy, we gonna kill him today, baby. Yeah, Noble. You didn't want to hang out with Law, baby. Man, we gonna kill him, baby. Like, send 2 drinks over there. Make sure that one in the blue know it's from me, you know? Always, fellas, buy the lady the drink, though. And her friend. Don't just buy her the drink and not the friend drink. Come on. You got to be smooth with it. Come on, baby. Don't let the street light hit you, baby. Come on. And then you slide over there. After you buy the drink, don't go straight over there. You know, you chill. You know, she know it came from you. Just don't rush it. You hanging with your fellas right about now, huh? Come on. I'm telling 2-minute secrets. Ladies, hush it, hush, hush, hush. Don't complain about it. Cover your ears. Come on. There you go, Jessica. And another one. Come on. Don't let the streetlights hit you. Come on. It's Friday. Yes, sir. Don't let the streetlights hit you all alone. Rebel Day. You know it's dangerous. That's the name of the song, baby. Don't let the streetlights hit you. Yeah. Uber or Lyft. Let that be your sponsor tonight. Uber or Lyft. Drink responsible. You know, get you a ride. Find you a DD. Come on. Show y'all cover 3. Cover 3. Appreciate you, Rodney.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
Shout out to you, Elroy.
So far, if a paper
Let's go.
can fly on,
Y'all listen. Appreciate y'all. One love. One more song and we out. Boy, that note at the end. Ooh. We out, baby.
Be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to be, who you're going to be, who you're going to be.
Hey, ho, hey.
Kobe was relentless. Kobe had a value of relentless. He didn't just know the word relentless, he was relentless. It was in his DNA. Some of you say the word, but it's not a value. Some of you say the word because you know coach want to hear the word, but you are not relentless.
Be safe.
You just say the word. You repeat what you hear. But when you get to a point where you make a decision to be relentless, there are things that people who are relentless get that people who are not, they don't get.
Let's go. Let's go.
We all go through it. You think you're the only one? You think you special? You think your pain is worse than my pain? Some of you, though, you let your pain punk you. You let your pain punk you. You let your pain make you quit. You think you're the only one going. You think because I got money and I'm the number one motivational speaker that all my pain gone?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get it.
What? Ain't nobody about to give you nothing. Success is earned. Just because you stronger, bigger, and bolder, ain't nobody about to just hand it over to you. You gotta work for it. You gotta go get it.
Work for it. Appreciate all of the sponsors. Thank those who donated. Thank those who wanted, and thank those who couldn't. Thank those and everybody who watched all the way to this point. May you have a blessed weekend. DC for life. Until next time. Law Nation out. Let's rule.